The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, February 23rd on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Rhythm is giving away $250 future and throwing a March Madness party. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for details. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for it's actually going to be Sunday, February 23rd. I know it says Saturday, Bienick up top. Sunday, February 23rd. We can't get the goddamn days right because we're winning so much fucking money. I mean, as a collective, I've been blowing snot bubbles and $100 bills like fucking Lloyd Christmas. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
I mean, I don't think you realize, folks. First off, we were on fire yesterday. I know the swag parlay didn't hit, but holy shit, did we kick ass today. I mean, dominance today. I am joined by my co-host, who at one point hit 17 straight bets today. Yeah, give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
Oh, what a day, man! No bets aside, just a great day of the sport. And always remember, if you're gonna chirp and talk the talk, your ass better walk the walk when I call your ass out, baby. Cheers, everybody.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
I mean,
don't go hiding. Don't go hiding.
There was just so many. I mean, we killed it. We killed it.
Good day.
I mean, I started betting. I had so much money in my account by the late night. I was betting wild shit. I love that. When you just have enough money in your account, you say, whatever. In game, sure. Let me jump in on this. Oh yeah. What about this one? Did we talk about this last night? Yeah, we did. I don't remember what side I took, but I'm going in. Yeah. Oh man. I mean,
I'm actually proud of myself. I was actually pretty disciplined because when I fucking went on that heater, I go, now don't be fucking getting carried away thinking you're fucking dancing on the moon and you're just going to hit every goddamn bet the whole day. So I did stay consistent today. And then, we got humbled a little bit in the late window, but still, I mean, 45 and 30, I'll take that every fucking day of the week.
Shout out to Owen. Is Dundee hammered? No, I'm consuming, but it's probably just the fact I slept for an hour and 30 minutes last night. Looking forward to getting some good sleep tonight but I'm working on it. Oh, I want to be hammered.
Yeah,
I want to be hammered, but this responsibility thing with, doing a show, watching games, taking the dog out. I'm consuming, of course, but we got such. I mean, this is gonna be a long show. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that fucking music that everybody hates fucking hearing, there's gonna be a lot of.
Oh yeah. Let's just start off with a goddamn bomb. Oregon 77, Wisconsin 73. Boom. I mean, shout out to Bet Boy Tony C. Where you been, brother? Good to see you. Shout out to Devin Engelbreston. Let's go. How many fucking TV shows I was on talking about this damn game, but I did say I wouldn't be surprised if they won it outright.
Yeah.
I only wish I would have taken the money line, but I said that on TV. So, I mean, I think I should be involved in the next fucking, whatever we're doing with NASA, sending fucking rocket ships up to space, going to Mars, checking out ancient artifacts. You know, you were with me on this. This game was ridiculous.
I quacked.
Dribbling off your fucking foot. How many times have we seen this in the past? Feel like in the past week we've seen 3 games in pivotal points where the team would about to make free throws or could make free throws to put the game out of reach, and they dribble the ball off their foot. Your thoughts?
I got the stats pulled up right here. 1% chance of winning at the 6-minute mark when they trail by 14. Just an unbelievable comeback for Oregon. Oregon has, I guess, survived, weathered the storm. I mean, they lost 5 in a row. Now you look up, they've won 4 in a row. So
did I read that they have the second most? I feel like on the bottom line. Yeah, was that accurate? Second most out of everybody in the nation.
It probably is because remember they won the NIL tournament.
Yeah,
in Vegas, they beat A&M.
Second most quad State. 1 win, so they're in. They're in with this, right?
They're gonna be like a 7 seed now, right, Bienick?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I mean, there's so much action today. I was following both baseball and basketball, and there was 150 games on the basketball side. But yeah, I think they're comfortably in. And Liam Duggan giving us $10. He didn't leave a comment, but the very next comment, he goes, "You won me $10K today. Suck and fuck."
What are you, Steve Smith? Did you read that fucking story?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I do need to get some sun, Brandon, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact I've barely slept last night. I think that I was looking at myself in the fucking. I was on the TV show today, dude. I put one of the channels on just so I could replay it back, make sure the audio sounds good, and just because I fucking love to stare at my fucking stupid face. I was like, damn, I look fucking pale.
Yeah. You look all right. I mean, you slept 3 hours. I slept 5 hours. I slept pretty good.
1 hour, 3 hours. I want.
I slept 5 hours. I feel like it's spring chicken over here, baby. We got a workout in today. It was a good day. What was I gonna say? All right, we have a cult going on right now. The foul up 3 fucking cult. They gotta chill the fuck out. Like they've taken it too far. Like every scenario, if anybody hits a shot, it's like, I should have fouled up 3. Oregon inbounded the ball with 18 seconds left. The guard takes 1 dribble, makes a fadeaway 3. He had no time to foul him, and you don't foul with 15 seconds left. You foul 10 and under. Well, it makes no sense to foul 15 because then it's a free throw shooting contest, and that I would love to see the analytics because the analytics that's Illinois about the analytics of fouling up 3 with 15 seconds. That makes no sense. So the Colt. The analytics has gone way too fucking far on this foul up 3 led by Rossi. Enough. You don't foul up 3 with 16 seconds left on a fadeaway fucking 3. He made a great shot. You tip your cap. Good defense.
Yeah. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to Liam Duggan as well. Mac, not Mac, Moneyline Mac, but Mac in the chat giving us $10.
I was like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
A lot of Macs.
Yeah. I mean, we're rolling here. And yeah. I mean, what a great fucking game there. TCU Cincinnati. I stayed away. Did you ate shit on this, didn't you?
You say TCU?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I played that it would be a rugby game. It wasn't. Cincinnati's made shots. So I looked at Cincinnati's schedule. They're 6-10 in the league. If they can win out, It's a big win if they got to go to Houston still, but Houston may have clinched by then. Maybe they could get back on the bubble. But I mean, Cincinnati doesn't deserve it. They've blown so many goddamn opportunities this year.
Yeah. Furman took down VMI. VMI covered for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't bet VMI, but we bet this one. Florida State, Saudi Arabia State, covering the 13 against these Louisville Cods. Your thoughts?
Easy play for us, right? Yeah, like 13.5 with Louisville. What the fuck?
Yeah. Was it ever higher? Maybe by 1 point at one point, but
yeah,
no, it was pretty easy.
I mean,
right?
unless your name's fake Moneyline Mac, you would like 13.5. But I mean, goddamn, who the fuck would like 13.5 with Louisville? Good lord,
that's that's Moneyline Macintosh over there.
Moneyline Mini. That's what.
Moneyline Mini.
Shout out to the chat. You guys fucking ended that dude. I was fucking laughing my ass off at some of the comments.
You had a lock battle. What's up?
Sorry, William Dunstan. He gives us $10 saying Mac apologized to my Blue Devils. Wu-Tang forever.
I'll never apologize.
Do you want to?
That was a lock battle win for Dundee. No, we'll get to that. Appreciate you, William.
Any other thoughts now, or are you going to make them wait an hour and a half until we get to that recap?
No, we gotta wait. We can't be fucking just pulling up random games here and just going through all of them. It's gonna throw us way out of whack. I can't.
Dick sucking at that Duke game from the corporate guys. Why do we need to jump to Duke? Fucking beating Illinois. Hey, we'll get to Duke when we get to Duke. You're not special just because you beat Illinois by 40. Wait your turn, everybody.
Lock battle win for you here. Tennessee 77, Texas A&M 69. You know, Texas A&M sucks. Bum ass fucking program. All your goddamn oil money. Can't fucking field a winner. Can't field a fucking winner to save your goddamn life. Most experienced team in the SEC and at home off of a blowout loss. You let this Tennessee team lose in the Sweet 16 probably come in there and push you around. Nice win for Tennessee though. Your thoughts?
Yeah, great win for Tennessee. I'm telling you, Ted, I know you want to fade Barnes, but I think this Tennessee team is way better than the other ones. They actually are pretty good offensively, and it's led by Ziegler and Lanier. I love the guards. That was a big win. I mean, that's a hell of a win in that environment, and they were the better team. And Ziegler fucking onions on that three at the end.
That was a huge three. Shout out to my guy Alan Cooley. I know he was at the game. Went down to College Station as a Vol fan. Road game for the fans. That's getting it done right there.
Oh baby.
Shout out to you, brother. Hope you're well. Yeah, bad play there. UMBC did not cover against NJIT. We didn't bet that, but they won. They were up big at one point, but we had another double lock. Drexel motherfucking Dragons. Drexel motherfucking Dragons. They'll huff. They'll puff. They'll fucking blow your fucking book away. I mean,
that was a hell of a game.
Yeah, let's go.
Shout out to Sportman saying that Dundee uses the best app, the Score app, and also says fuck Providence.
I'll tell you what, nobody else is giving out Drexel against Charleston in a fucking pick'em. We were all over that.
Our best play, I'll get to, but this was a damn good play.
Yeah, I mean, Charleston only laying one on the road. It's like, what is going on? Drexel was 6-9 in league play, but Drexel is talented. The CAA tourney is going to be a fun one, man. There's only 2 games left, and I'll talk about Towson when we get to Towson. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude. I forgot. So last night we were having a good time.
You think?
I went to sleep right after the show and forgot to place my wagers. So I woke up like an hour and a half after, my son made some noise and I had to get up, and then there was no chance of me getting back to sleep. but I almost like it dawned on me like I'm just eating breakfast before the pregame show. I'm like, oh fuck me, I haven't made my fucking picks. I haven't made my bets, made my picks on the tally site shit. I thought it was like a blessing in disguise. I think I got Richmond at 15.5. And I was like, oh, it was 14.5 yesterday, last night. I'm getting an extra point. There's no way this loses. They lose by 16. Lose by 16. I thought I was so swift sitting there eating my goddamn cereal. Richmond needs to be investigated. This was like a 10.
They lose by a half point every time.
This was a 10-point fucking game with like 2 minutes left. They do this. They do. I want them investigated. And by the way, we'll get the Fresno State. But damn it, were we not all over that? Dude, were we not all over that? Dude, I got tagged on Twitter.
Call us. They just need to call us. I can tell you who's fixing games. I watch every goddamn game.
We called the Eastern Michigan shit. We thought the Valley State shit was impossible, right? We're like,
so funny too, because we do this all the time where we'll talk about something or there's an omen the night before something happens. Dundee not only took 1, but 2 shots out of a Fresno State shot glass last night.
Well, and I remember earlier in the year, I think it was the UNLV game. I said, that's bullshit. I go, that game just screamed reeked. Do you remember that game? I remember thinking like, no, that can't be real. Right. They have to be on the fucking take.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we honestly, you ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can, where like Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks, and like Leonardo DiCaprio is like forging money at like an incredibly high level.
You actually named a movie that I do know and have watched.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But you know, that's a real story of the guy he was so good at forging, he ended up working at the FBI. I feel like we should be employed by the fucking FBI because we're fucking hitting dingers left and right on who the fuck is corrupt. A&T, we were like, I guess Valley State is the only one we didn't fully say, but Eastern Michigan, Valley State, Temple last year, and Fresno this year. I mean, come on, we're pretty fucking good.
I got a couple other candidates too.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Richmond's one of them.
Yeah.
Every game lands on the hook.
Yeah, unbelievable. Folks, what to tell you, the college basketball winning fucking experience is brought to you by us. We're part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Gear up for March Madness with the promo code MADNESS for 20% off in the SGPN store. Get in now before the promo code is done. You got there's a Pick Dundee t-shirt. I made you fucks all this money. Get on over there. Get us a Pick Dundee t-shirt. You walk around town. We did it. We polled. We had 55 people wear a Pick Dundee t-shirt to a bowling alley, and 53 of them got laid. We had them wear it without the Pick Dundee t-shirt, and one of them got laid. All right, so right there, get on over there, get yourself a Pick Dundee t-shirt, and we have deeper studies too. Like I think it was like 14% got their ass eaten. It was weird. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks. Not going to find me, motherfuckers. And it's completely free. Sign up today and use that promo code SGPN so you can get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. That's MyBookie. I'm sorry. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet every single sport. Plus, there's props for every game. The live dealer casino is a fucking blast. And MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations, even outside of the States. It's easy to deposit. They got lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. I'm sorry, promo code TCE SGPN for 100%. It's up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCE SGPN.
Shout out to Parlay P giving us $10, saying great calls last night. Appreciate it, fellas.
Thank you,
shout out
Parlay P.
Parlay P for DMing me earlier in the week saying he was going to be on Tennessee, and he highlighted the bye week spot. And the more and more I thought about it, he talked me into it. So he gets the assists on Rick Barnes in the Vol. So shout out to you, Parlay P. Good play.
There we go. I'm glad I had the discipline to stay away in this one. I know you went in. Central Michigan by 30.
All right, that's investigated. Like what?
I saw the score. I was like, "Whoa, whoa!" That they
how? How do you get blown out by the Chips by 30?
Well, they got blown out by 20 the game before.
All right, that's double investigated. They are going to be on the next report. I could minus 110 on that.
We called for the money line right here. And it fucking hit because we're fucking geniuses. Oklahoma 93, Mississippi State 87. Porter's alive.
We're going to get fucking in. I was actually looking at it today. I go, all these other teams suck and they don't have any other chances like Oklahoma. All Oklahoma's got to fucking do is go like 6-12 with their November quad one wins, and they're going to get in.
Yeah, just put the whole SEC in this year so we don't have to have a 96 team tournament. I'm on board. I know it's lame. I know it's lame. If we suffer for 1 year and don't have to hear fucking dumbass Greg Sankey, then we're good. Just put the whole conference in. Suffer for 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, they earned it in a way. How many non-conference losses did they have total? Like they
did. They're going to choke in the tourney, though. They're going to choke in the tourney.
They're going to lose in the first round.
Remember last year?
I'm going to fade them in the first round. Yeah.
I bet you 10 of them will be eliminated by the second weekend like they usually are in the SEC. What was I going to say about I forget what I was going to say. Move on. Oh, Oklahoma, dude, they came to play. Did you see that dude dive on the ball in his fucking whole jaw?
Yeah.
Duke Miles, right?
Duke Miles, yeah. Holy fuck. Respect to him. That's a winning fucking play, man.
That's a trip to the dentist. Is that part of the NIL package?
Hey, they're making a lot of people recently. A lot of people recently have been making fun of our teeth on the interwebs.
Oh yeah,
that guy, he doesn't have any teeth, and also
that happened to me. That's why my teeth are terrible. Yeah,
here he is. He's back.
Oh, I put his coach on the thumbnail just for him.
J-Mac is here, baby. J-Mac, your team is actually playing tomorrow. We'll talk about
right night. Right night.
Right night, 3 hours early.
Yeah. We'll talk about it in 2 hours. So you're 2 hours early. We'll talk UConn and St. John's here in 2 hours.
You know who's really fucking with me, dude?
Who?
Marshall.
Oh, both West Virginia teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but dude, Marshall's been ass on the like. I thought they can't be that bad on the road. I'll take them against shitty ass Louisiana. Louisiana beats them. Then they come back. They take on Old Dominion on the road. I'm like, okay, taking Old Dominion. Well, of course they moved the time up. The fans aren't there. I got the worst of the fucking number because it went up once they moved the fucking time. They cover. Then this spot, I don't understand this. App State, I mean, I guess off of the rivalry win, they came out flat. But I mean, Marshall's been so bad on the road. I just don't understand it. I felt really fucking good about this game too. This is one of my favorite plays, I think. Marshall by 10. What the fuck was this? App led at halftime, but Marshall big second half. Your thoughts?
this is your nightly reminder how fucking stupid this Sun Belt format is. Everybody can beat anybody in this league.
Yeah.
This league is a shit show. Like the fact that they
Marshall lost to Louisiana in the past 10 days.
Yep.
Louisiana is what, second to last, right?
Yep.
The
it's just so fucking dumb. It's like, why do you have all these buys? This league is a toss-up every game.
Tonight, the first place team lost to the 8th place team. I mean, we can go on. It's the dumbest. Someone should be fired for that. Yeah. And they were an underdog. Vegas even knows. Vegas is telling you your whole bracket is dog shit. I picked this game correctly.
I would be willing to argue that that's actually the case of why they did the bracket, because it's so parity driven that they know that their top teams could get picked off, and that's why they want to do.
The problem is the top teams aren't the best teams.
That league is so big, they don't play home and home. So like you may get a double or triple bye and be the one, or sorry, not even a triple. That's like
at the end of a 16 game, 18 game, 20 game regular season. I want to reward the teams that won my gauntlet.
What if it's a 6-way tie? What if it's a 6-way tie?
You have tiebreakers and head-to-heads and all that.
I think your case makes more sense than the WCC. This one, you're talking about one little injury. I mean, I really believe
it's for every conference. Yeah. I mean, you're shit out of luck. That happens.
No. Well, that's why that bracket's terrible. Is because you're not getting your best teams in the fucking tournament.
No,
you're going to get your worst. No, you're not.
How are you getting your worst? How is the worst team going to win 4 or 5 straight games in a week,
bro? If it's not a true round robin,
I'm not saying you're dead last, but yeah.
If it's not a true round robin, it's not a true champion. That's what was.
I agree. I think it's flawed, but I think it's the best way to make sure we get the best March Madness NCAA 68 team field. I want to see upsets in there. I want to see the little guys take down.
I don't think a Sun Belt team has a chance unless you get the winner of a real tournament.
Yeah.
A real tournament will get the best team at that moment in the Sun Belt, and that's your chance to knock off a power.
I think the best team in the regular season is your best chance of knocking.
I disagree. I strongly in the Sun Belt. I strongly disagree.
Noah, think about the best upsets recently. UMBC over Virginia. They didn't win the regular season. St. Pete didn't win their regular season. They went to Sweet 16. Fair Dick, you always kill them. They did not win the regular season at all, and they beat Purdue. Like, it's just about who's playing.
George Mason, that Final Four team, George Mason.
Yeah. VCU didn't even come close. Yeah. Like, it's just about matchups and who's hot at the same time. Yeah, there's a better chance at the team with the better record.
Well, I understand it more in the WCC, like I do, because there's such a gap. There's such a gap in the Sun Belt. I really believe, like, whether your guys had the flu, whether I really think like the difference between 1 and 8 is so goddamn small. It's so goddamn small. I don't believe that there's a big difference as you see every fucking day. Today the 8 seed beat the 1,
which I think is the perfect reason why there is this bracket, because they know that there is parity. They know that the 10 seed's able to knock off their 1 seed. That's why they want to protect the 1 seed. That's the reason.
I think that's idiotic, though. I think that's a dumb way of thinking.
Because you want your 1 seed, you want a team that does well in your regular season to represent your team. Or
then do a double bye. Don't do 6 buys. That is stupid.
Well, it's not stupid because now you're making the bad teams run an absolute gauntlet of winning 5 games in a week.
The bad team
pull an NC State
is going to be the best team. The bad. I can't wait for this. I guarantee you, the 1 or 2 seed is not going to go.
They're both are going to get knocked off.
Yeah. I will bet you right now. I will bet you right now that the 1 or 2 seed doesn't win the fucking Sun Belt.
Never goes chalk. That, like, last year JMU was the 2 seed. They were the best team as the 2 seed, but they had the harder schedule than App State. All right, I get the double bye, but 6 buys, that's ridiculous. Like, especially when these teams are going to be separated by 2 games or 1 game, and the schedules are unbalanced. It's not a true champion round robin.
Well, yeah, and you can dive deeper into that. There's a back-to-back away. certain teams
Yeah,
get
I'm
dealt.
not saying
Certain
it's
teams,
perfect. It's 100% flawed.
Well, that's why you
regular season
don't
is
do
flawed.
that, though. That's why you shouldn't do that. Is
No.
because there's so many levels to it.
You're
In the
rewarded
look in the
I'm not
WCC,
winning.
you can convince me in the WCC that it actually I understand the logic. In
I'm
the
not
Sun Belt,
winning the
I
argument.
don't.
Like, so we can move on. We're not going anywhere. We're just going back and forth on this
All right.
nonsense. But
All right.
yeah,
Lock battle win for Dundee and Mac. All right.
lock battle
I was
win
like,
for
I
Dundee
was
and
like,
Mac.
what, I was like, what game are you talking about? I go, oh, you're talking about
Yeah. Talking about that argument.
The fuck? No, we're not. No, hell no.
He goes, tap out.
Yeah.
No.
I respect Phoenix trying not to go to bed at 7 a.m. That's what he's trying to do. I know what he's doing.
Texas Tech took down your boys by 22 after you guys got out early. I was on. If you caught me on Sports Grid, they hot potatoed me a question. Right now, West Virginia is up. I think they're 8 or 9 points up.
Yeah.
Texas Tech is plus 1.5 in game. Should we go in?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. So boom. I did make money on this fucking game, even though I didn't lock it up.
Bro, they're so good. Like, actually, like watching them start to finish. They didn't even have McNibb.
I was about to say they didn't. That news. Where was that news, by the way?
I don't know. Like, I felt good. I was like, oh yeah, I got 11.5. I go, oh shit, wait, this goes against my betting strategy. I'm sitting here with 3 points of CLV. I'm fucked. And then they went up 9 to start the game, and they just, I mean, we're obviously the Mountaineers are very limited. It's been a great year. We've been great as a big dog, so I was kind of surprised that we got blown out. But I think the story is just how fucking good Texas Tech is when you just watch them. Their Final Four good. I don't think that's an overreaction. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
No, I think that's fair. I mean, they need the right bracket. You need. I mean, you know, what was it? What region was it last year where it was just we looked at it and we're like, good God. There was one region in the tournament last year where we thought was just way more difficult.
It was Kansas and Gonzaga was like the 4-5 game, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You had like 5 possible teams that you could see in the Final Four, and you're just like, I don't know, man.
Purdue 1, Tennessee 2, Creighton 3, Kansas 4, Gonzaga 5. Just popped back in the head. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's just.
And then Hurley's bitching he's got to play Northwestern in the 8-9 game. Like, shut the fuck
They're a good team. They're a good team. You know, Chris Collins, his dad's a legendary coach.
He goes, they won 22 games. I go, yeah, so did fucking 75 to 80% of the whole fucking field.
Yeah, his dad was a good player too, I should say. We're fucking on it, man. We're fucking on it. This play.
Coming now. Yeah, here we go.
I reiterated this morning on the pregame show. Upstate money line play. Fuck out of here with this Charleston Southern bullshit. Upstate 79. Charleston Southern 69. Upstate was a 7.5 point dog. I don't give a fuck about it. I mean, guys, it's a free show. Please, who else had Upstate? Who had Upstate on the money line? Who had Upstate on the fucking money line?
Nobody even knew that game was going on.
They don't even know what Upstate is. They're thinking talking about fucking Upstate New York or something, Woodstock, right?
Oh, is that the Bonnies you're talking about? No.
Yeah. Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, get ready to play that fucking music. I see everybody still busting our chops over a couple losses. Here comes the 17-game heater, baby.
Here come the pain.
Here we go. Oh, by the way, when we get to the team that broke my 17-game streak, you're going to cry laughing. We'll get to it here in a little bit. Yay, remind me.
Well, we gave out the money line here, too. North Dakota, double lock against North Dakota State. The Fighting Sioux. Get it done. Triple lock. I'm sorry. My apologies, Bienick. I mean, I'm just, hi. This next one. Now, we did give away the money line here, too, which didn't hit. They lost by a point. But we Also, hopefully you listen to my theory. Always back it up with the points. Stony Brook, the Seawolves were swimming. I know that human being and fish can make goddamn money. All right, and that's what we did against North Carolina A&T. A&T wins 73-72. Oh, man. Your thoughts?
The Seawolves here. Let's go Seawolves, baby. And Brandon, that's a bad take, Brandon. He says he didn't watch any of these, didn't bet any of these because there was no value. We hit 17 in a row here, so there obviously was some damn value out there. I don't know what the fuck value is if 17 in a goddamn row is a value.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
After that,
let's go.
After that, we had a SoCon game. East Tennessee State 73-68 lock for Mac.
All right.
Boom. I have just Tito's on the rocks, and then shout out to Charles Walker. It's my guy, but I didn't have any coffee in the house, unfortunately, right now, so I had tea, just unsweetened tea, trying to keep me awake, trying to keep me going. But 1 hour. I slept like 1 hour and a half, so just but the money has kept me alive. You cashed on this. We didn't battle, but we did disagree. Penn State 69, Minnesota 60. Nice play. I'll give you credit here.
Penn State's back from the dead, man.
Yeah. Then we were not falling for that main bullshit. We said the golf course is live, and the golf course got it done 71-69 against Maine. I didn't even bet this one. Did you?
No, but hell of a game to your point.
Yeah. Shout out to Steven Glansberg in the chat. Hell of a day, boy. Show always gives me confidence to fire away, and fire away I did. Then you wrote a bunch of other good stuff. I appreciate it. You're the man, brother. Appreciate you. We did lock this. UNC Greensboro. Double lock against Mercer. They win by 17. Get that bullshit out of here. This next one. You owe me a beer. No, you owe me a whiskey in Vegas. Because you know damn well I was gonna bet the Pussy Peck money line. I stayed away for you.
Cheers.
I stayed away for you.
Yeah.
Pussy Peck 85. Wake Forest 73. Have fun in the fucking NIT. And I think Odom just became the head coach of Wake Forest.
Oh my God, man.
Your thoughts?
What? This is my problem with Wake, man. Like they bitch about like the net and all that, and then it's just like, no, you lost to NC State with your season on the line.
I mean, it is a rivalry game, but yeah.
You can't lose that game though.
Yeah.
You can't lose that game. Like you point blank. You're on the bubble. You can't find a way to fucking lose that game.
Yep, I agree, but we were all over that one. I knew that. I knew that they were going to lose that game. I just fucking knew they were going to lose that game. We also double locked Towson. Dove into the stink against Campbell. 76-67. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Campbell's super beat up right now.
That is the Houston Gamblers, buddy. Yeah.
But also the storyline here. Towson wins their second CAA championship, regular season title in 4 seasons. So they haven't been to
the dance though, have they?
They always lose in the tourney, but Pat Scarry and Towson have won more games in the regular season in the last 4 years than University of Maryland, whatever program in Maryland, in that time period. They've won like 95 games. So, like, under the radar, this has been a really fucking good program. And Scarry talked about that. He was bragging about it over the last 3 years, and then he followed it up this year with the CAA title. So, shout out to Pat Scarry and company. And let's I hope they go to the dance, man. They've been knocking on the door every year.
Yeah. Didn't bet this game, but we picked it incorrectly. As Wagner destroyed Chicago State's fucking awful, dude. I watched this.
They're horrible.
I watched this for a good 5 minutes. They're fucking terrible. Davidson took down Fordham by 11. Glad I didn't bet that. We were considering betting that. How about the Citadel? I got this one correct on the picks. We didn't bet this game. Citadel almost won. Chattanooga almost fucked this whole thing up, by the way.
Bro, they fucking won by 1. What the fuck?
Yeah. We didn't bet that game, but we did bet this game. Double lock on Iowa State. We knew the injuries. We love the spot. Iowa State plus the points cashes against Houston. Very impressive. The score was actually a little bit misleading. It was like the 9 point win was actually a little bit misleading. It was more like a 4 or 5 point game. Your thoughts?
I thought Iowa State got fucked. That cylinder call changed the whole momentum.
That is a bullshit call, dude. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. What are we doing to this fucking sport, dude?
Like if that's a cylinder, how the fuck are you supposed to guard the basketball if that's a cylinder foul? Iowa State did exactly what I said they were going to do. They were down Gilbert, they were down Jones, but they compete their fucking dicks off. I mean, they fight. Momlicevic was awesome. Lipsy, I mean, he can't even fucking. He's got a broken thumb, he's got a broken shoulder, and he's still a warrior out there. Like Iowa State, I walked away more impressed than Houston out of this game. I know Houston won the game. Houston is going to win back-to-back Big 12 titles, but I think Iowa State's the best team in the Big 12 come March Madness is my takeaway.
They got to prove it to me, though. In March Madness, they've had their issues, but I do think this is the best Iowa State team. That call, I just can't. I mean,
it's horrible. And then Cryer hits 2 threes.
How is that on the defender? Someone's got to explain that to fucking me. Thanks for Billis on the call saying the same fucking thing. He's like, how's that on the defender? What the fuck are you supposed to do?
How are you supposed to guard the ball?
What have we done to this fucking shit, man? I mean, it's not as bad as football, but it's still. I don't understand what you're supposed to do. I don't understand how you coach that. I don't understand. I don't know, like the ref should be fired or suspended or something. I don't understand. You cannot call that in a game, a top 10 game with major fucking implications. That's a fucking critical call.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. But when Iowa State gets back healthy, that's a fun team, and I think they'll probably win the Big 12 tourney again because they'll have the crowd at Hilton South. Like dude, shame on your Mark. How the fuck do we not have a home and home with Iowa State and Houston? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They should have to go to fucking Hilton. But I mean, it is what it is. Houston just keeps on winning, man. Kelvin's awesome.
Yeah,
He's
good
fun.
win. I mean, they're rolling. Liberty and FIU was a push. Liberty held FIU to 45 points at home there. Pack line defense. St. Francis took down Fairleigh Dickinson like I imagined. Didn't bet it. 85-80 in overtime. And we didn't have this line last night, but I talked about this on the pregame show and I went in on this, and this was a fucking great watch. I swear, like these games are under marketed. Part of me wants them to continue like this because I'm sure if we threw a bunch of money behind it would probably get all fucked up. But Longwood and Asheville was a fucking game. That was a great game. I took Asheville -1.5. That cashed. Talked about it on the morning show because we didn't have the number on this thing last night. But I mean, Asheville was losing a lot of this game, man. This was a fucking great game. They remain undefeated at home. They're undefeated at home there, which is great. Asheville got absolutely obliterated by that fucking hurricane. So, it's good for the community,
Dude, to your point, like Longwood fucking had Longwood had the lead with like a minute and a half left. I don't know how Asheville won this goddamn game.
No, it was a great game though. Longwood was the team always kind of up, but it was a game of momentum. Like it was like, Longwood was definitely the team that was in control of the game. I would say like they were always kind of up like 4 to 5 points or 4 to 8 points. But they would make runs. It would get up to 8 or 9. Then Asheville would go on like a 6-0, 7-0 run, cut it down to 1 or 2. Then Longwood would come back. It's just, I feel like that game has delivered for fucking years.
That was my whole point of I didn't want to lock up Asheville last night just because it's always a coin flip game.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, that and believe it or not, I think Upstate and Asheville have actually given us some pretty fucking good games too. I just fun watch. That was one of the better games of the day in my opinion. The line did stink. We didn't bet it. You actually picked it correct. I dove into the stink, but we didn't bet it. So Hampton 83, Wilmington 70. Wilmington had a chance with Towson losing the other night. This is big, they're fucking up, man. Yeah. Shout out to Hampton, man. They're really improving, man. Noah Farrakhan, the former EMU Eagle, with the big game there.
W Mountaineer too.
Oh yeah.
He's having a good year. He's at the right level. I mean, he found a nice home, and dude, Yvonne Thomas, year 1, Ivan Thomas coming over from Ed Cooley's staff. They're 7 and 8 in league play. They've won 4 in a row. Like this is under the radar coaching job. Under the radar coaching job.
In the preseason, they lost to D2 Bowie State.
Bowie.
Who had like 2 wins the year prior. They have taken gigantic steps forward as a team this year. It's crazy.
I kind of wish they were still in the MEAC. I know the CAA offers them more money or something, but them and Norfolk. That's the Battle of the Bay. Big time rivalry. Come on, get that in the conference tournament. Ah, man. They went for the check. Can't knock them too much, but God. So Circle of Trust. I'm not sure what you did here because I didn't lock this last night, but after hitting Oregon, I jumped in on this Gardner Webb game. They got their ass whooped by High Point. High Point had nothing to play for. They just still put it on Gardner Webb. Ate a pile of shit here. Your thoughts?
Dude, High Point is clinched a back-to-back regular season title now in the Big South, and dude, they're a fucking wagon.
Yeah.
They're back. They're back. I think we prematurely wrote them off a little bit. I'm happy for Alan Huss, man. He's done an unbelievable job there, and he's going to be due for promotion here. I mean, I know High Point wants to keep him, but
they got money.
Yeah, they do have money, man. They kept that NIL team intact. We'll see.
Like Jamie Chadwell staying at Liberty.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man. I would love to see High Point become what like Grand Canyon's become. I think that could happen. I mean, High Point, they pump all that fucking money in there.
Definitely.
Both purple.
Definitely. Shit, I might buy fucking season tickets one of these years. We were spot on here. We didn't bet it just because the game was ridiculous. We should have bet it. Boston College destroyed Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, what are you doing with David Stoudemire as your head coach? You scored 54 points. You scored 54 points at Boston College.
This was a drunk ad by me last night. On my card, I said tweet, I go, all right, I'm adding Boston College. I can't help myself.
All right, Liam, you gave us $100. For $100, I think we should actually pick the fucking game. I was surprised at the line.
That it was that low?
Yeah. We had it forecasted at 6.5 or 7.5 on the SGP show.
I don't think we should give it away yet. I think you.
I mean, he gave us $100 though.
Do we have to pick it right now?
The point I think of his comment is this show's going to be 6 hours long.
Who do you think I'm going to be on?
Yeah, with the line being this short, we did the SGP show.
Yeah.
We did the SGP show where we caught it. I think it was at 7 or 7.5. Right. Yeah. I think we met in the middle and it was 7. I was going to take UConn in the points there. I think the Johnnies win a close one. 3.5. Slick Rick all fucking day. Lock. Boom. Mac.
Dude, Johnnies are going to fuck them up. It's a bad matchup for UConn. This is a fake sharp play today. Everybody will be like, oh, UConn, revenge angle, all that bullshit. It's not a home game anymore. The Johnnies are going to be out in full force. Johnnies roll. Patino.
Double lock on Slick Rick. We might even bring him over to fucking Lugas after. Let's go.
That was the game that ended my 7-game streak. Of all teams, I was like, this fucking LIU team.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
I'm going to come in and triple lock this one.
Yes, there we go. Triple lock on the Johnnies. I can't wait to watch this game. I'm going to sleep. Like, I've set my alarm at 11:55 to watch this fucking game.
Cocktail Napkins got it at 8.5. I got to go in.
That's what I'm saying, dude. When I was number crunching, I thought it was 7.5. You have it at 8.5. 3.5.
You are so to tell why like UConn's lines are so off. You're paying the tax on them every game. They're off 4 to 5 points on every game.
It's like I feel like you see that sometimes with like the Dallas Cowboys or Notre Dame or the Yankees. Yeah. Shout out to Liam giving us $100 again. Good. You're the fucking man. What else you want to talk about? What you want to, we can talk about whatever the fuck you want. You keep the hundreds coming. We're soulless over here. What we can talk what do you got to talk about? You pick the topic, brother. All right, let's keep that cash coming. We can talk about the whole goddamn planet. Solve the whole damn planet's mysteries. All right.
It's like the UConn game against Seton Hall. The projection was like 9 or 10, and they opened the line like 15, and they lost outright. Like UConn is still getting people are still going to bet UConn tomorrow because they still think fucking Castle and Klingon play for him. Like you're getting the dumbass TMZ people that are hopping on college hoops for the first time, been watching the shitty ass NFL and college football, whatever they've been watching. So people still think UConn's like a fucking dynasty.
Yeah, I agree. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Money. If you donate, we will talk about whatever. Also, we're brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party. You're invited. All Rhythm users are invited to a first 4 watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the awesome Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas. Free drinks. Plus you get to hang out with us. Yes, myself, Moneyline Mac, and the rest of the Sports Gambling Podcast crew. So get on over there. Oh, wait, it gets better. Rhythm's also going to give away a $250 March Madness future for one lucky Rhythm user. Just sign up for your 7-day free trial period at sgpn.com/rhythm. Come by and use Rhythm to help you fill out your bracket and make some bets while you're there. A free party plus a chance to get $250 future bet. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for details. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for details. And folks, Stadium Swim is in Circa. We will be live from Circa. Shout out to Derek Stevens, who always treats us so very kind. But yes, if you're in Las Vegas, then I would even plan a fucking trip around there. What are you doing? Let's go. Hey, shout out to Zach. Fuck these SGPN morons. Pick the wrong wrong day to say that, brother.
That's Zach. That's Zach. You
Picked
know
the
Zach,
wrong
right?
day to say that, man. You got to know about timing in life, all right? It's probably
Zach,
why you're not getting laid enough, all right? Because timing is everything, motherfucker, all right? And we're on cloud 9 for the past 2 days. We barely got a goddamn game wrong. I got so much money in my bank account. I might buy a fucking Uber to your goddamn house. All right, put your address in there. God damn it, let's go.
Hey, a lot of the quote unquote sharp guys are on UConn. Did any other sharp guy give out 75 plays and go 45
Where
and 30?
are we at upstate? You're on South Carolina upstate, you fucking jackass. We're just sitting over here printing money. All right, we got people sending us money like, look at this goddamn thing. I'm telling you.
Zach,
picked the wrong day. You picked the wrong 48 hours. Picked the wrong 48 hours.
I thought you quit, Zach. I thought that you were going to get a divorce or something.
Let me find this comment because it was absolutely golden of how he came back into betting. Hold on, give me like 2 seconds.
I mean, what the balls coming in when like, I mean, you couldn't get us at a better point in the whole fucking season, in my opinion. I mean, Friday, Saturday, we have been smashing the fucking board. Are you kidding me here?
If they
you should have came in on Monday or Tuesday. We were ice cold then. That would have been valid. I would have said, yes, you're correct.
Zach says, I thought about quitting and then I won it all back. Had BYU money line for a mega max. Welcome back, Zach.
Zach, I don't believe you, but I hope you did. I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I hope you did have that. If you did win, at least you won it because I ate shit on Arizona. But let's go back to talking about these games that people don't want to bet because there's no value on the board.
Yeah.
Even though he ran off 17 in a row.
Yeah. How about this value play by us that I think was sharper than anything Zach's ever had in his life?
You don't know Zach, do you?
No. Who the fuck is Zach?
Zach's had knives. Zach owned knives. Those are sharp.
So I didn't know that you didn't know
used
Zach.
him yet.
Zach is more of a pregame show troll. He
Who
comes
the
in.
fuck's Zach?
Zach tried to battle me like 10 straight times, and he went 2-8, and then he disappeared. Now he's back, so I feel really good about St. John's that he's on.
Is he a UConn fan or is he just
No,
coming in?
no. I think he's a Nebraska fan actually.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had Nebraska against Penn State, and they lost by 1,000.
I'm fucking with you, Zach.
I love
You
Zach.
can't come in and talk shit when we're having the greatest fucking time ever, calling us fucking morons. Okay, I mean, yeah, you can. We welcome shit talk. It makes the game better, makes the game of life better. Yeah, I mean, you picked your timing is really bad. Really
you're gonna
bad.
end up like the mini line Mac over there in Providence if you keep chirping. Like the more shit talk, the better the show does. If you guys have not noticed, we feed off. It's like a road game.
Yeah,
It's like a road
part of that perfect example right here. We double locked Notre Dame. Boom! Notre Dame 76, Pitt 72. I think I heard a toilet flush. Your postseason.
Am I allowed to step in and say that Mac is acting like Kirby Smart? There are currently 375 people live watching on YouTube, and he's saying he's being doubted.
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I kept saying when I was rattling off 17 winners in a row. I'm like, they don't fucking believe in me.
He's using 3 jackfucks in a chat of 375 to say that all 375 are doubting him, and he's playing in a road crowd.
Oh yeah,
are you kidding me?
Road game. I'll tell you who can't play on a home game, a road game, any game because they're fraud after fraud every year after year, and that is the old Pittsburgh Panthers. Hey guys,
Unbelievable.
Frauds, man. What a collapse! Like in all seriousness,
you can't lose this game.
Joke.
You can't fucking lose this game. But we were just so swift, and Vegas was swift. Actually, that was the real alarming thing. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, Zach. All right, you got to know when to talk shit. I've had terrible nights. One night a couple weeks back, I was fucking awful. I mean, I've had a few of these this year. You come in that night, you call me a pile of shit. We accept it. We accept it. But We are rolling right now. I'm invisible. You're not gonna get to me.
Are you invisible or
I'm fucking whatever. Invisible, invincible. I've been up fucking 48 hours. I'm like goddamn Eddie Murphy, Reggie Hammond, right? I'm fucking killing it over here. I mean, I didn't think we'd make this much money today.
It was a 4-figure day for sure. It was a nice day. It was a nice day.
I hit a baseball parlay too. I hit a college baseball parlay. Fucking, and I gave it away on live TV.
Yeah.
I love it when they talk shit like, "No, you're just making it up." No, I gave it away on you check the tape. All right. Check the goddamn tape.
Every time. When you lose, you suck ass. You'll never hit a pick. When you win, nah, you didn't even bet that. It's like you can't ever win with these jackpot morons.
Yeah. I love the one like, show us your bet slips.
Oh,
what? We do this every night. We bet like, some nights will be 30, 40, 50 bets. I'm not screenshotting every fucking bet and putting them out there.
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Why don't you kiss my ass and fucking send me your fucking bet slip?
Yeah,
we put on a 3 fucking hour show for you. You want me to fucking 6 a.m. Oh, I got a fucking bet slip and screenshot this for Bobby Joe over here. Like, shut the fuck up and have a cocktail and enjoy the fucking free content and show. It's fucking free, idiot.
And tail because you would have cashed on Notre Dame. Yes. We didn't take this next game, but Tennessee Tech did cover for you against Tennessee State. I took Tennessee State. Rice got beat down by Tulsa. I'm sorry. Tulsa got beat down by Rice. A little dyslexic here in the wee hours of the night. No, I'm not on cocaine, but if you got some, we will take samples. No fentanyl, please. But Rice by 21 against Tulsa. What the hell was that? I'm glad we didn't bet that.
Yeah, thank God. We almost did. That would have been
bad. Then we nailed a double lock on St. Louis against Rhode Island. Boom. Boom. Oh God. Just a fun fucking night.
Kyle, you're hilarious.
Your thoughts?
Which game was this? Sorry, I was laughing.
Who cares? It's another winner.
I just heard the music and I tuned out. I forget which game we won. Which game was this?
Who cares? They're all winners. St. Louis 81. Rhode Island 66.
Rhode Island's a fraud on the road. That was the pick. The Billikens are good at home. So shout out to Kyle. He's fucking cracking me up in this chat right now. He's making mini line Mac jokes over there.
I missed it, but shout out to him anyway. We did have a lock battle here. You got a little swift. You thought you were. I warned you about this Eastern Washington bullshit. Lock battle win for Dundee. Northern Arizona 87. Eastern Washington 67. Whew.
That won the Big Sky game that mattered to me personally. Bad play. Sorry, everybody. I lost one. I fucking suck. They suck. In seriousness, they suck. Like, good God. Like, just bad.
Samford did cover against Western Carolina. Glad we didn't bet that.
Yep.
Evansville covered against UIC. We picked that correctly, even though we didn't bet that. You locked up Arkansas State and it cashed against ULM laying 20.5. You maniac. You fucking maniac. But you got it in. You got it in.
Late in the conference game in a long time, but I was like, dude, this fucking line stinks. They are telling you Arkansas State is going to win by a bazillion points, and they did. Arkansas State's good when they make shots, but they got to make shots.
Yeah, and then Sam Houston State. Now I will say this. I did play this on the money line, so I didn't make as much as I could have. But you back it up with the points, getting 5.5. The Bearcats cover. Almost won this game outright. Almost 70-69. Watched this entire game. Fun game. Shout out to the Blue Raiders getting it done, but we hit there. That was a double lock. Your thoughts?
They're playing better ball, and there was a dust up at the end of the game. That was my takeaway. That was nice. I like that.
Love a good dust up. Love a good dust up. Western Illinois did not cover against Little Rock. We didn't bet that, but Little Rock got it done. All right, you win a lock battle win here. Good God. First off,
fly high.
I did not know that the gambling shit was going to come down today. All right.
It's hilarious.
Incredible.
And then did you see the end of regulation?
It was fishy.
This game needs to be investigated, even though they have the guys out. I don't understand it. Investigate it anyway.
It's hilarious.
I got Fresno plus 2.5. They lose by 0.5 point in overtime. Oh my God, this game was. I got several tweets about how entertaining this game was. I want this one investigated, of course, but nice lock battle win. And I don't have as much of a problem with overtime than I do with regulation. Regulation. Investigate. Your thoughts.
This is why, like, this fucking like people that comment and be like, "You guys, why do you guys bet these games? These games are fucking awesome." If you watched Air Force Fresno today, absolutely hilarious.
Oh well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I lost this game, but it was worth the ride. This is look.
It's always worth the ride with them.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, but I'm saying sometimes you bet on a game and loses early. Like this was an emotional, fucking stressful game. I mean, there was points where we looked like we're going to win by 30. There was points where I was like, oh God, we're going to lose by 30. Right. And it was just upside. It's literally like going to the fucking amusement park and riding the roller coaster. And you just, so in my way, I'm like, I paid $100 to ride that ride. That's better than fucking Universal City Walk in Pasadena or whatever, in LA. So, credit to you. I still think I think I was on the right fucking side though. I want that shit investigated in regulation. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Air Force finally wins one. If they weren't going to win this one, I don't know when they were going to win it. And absolutely hilarious for the 10,000th time to show that Fresno is the one being investigated. Like, that was so fucking predictable. Just watching this shit show of a program. I could have told you.
I don't understand it. They kind of remind me of ECU. Not this year, but I'm saying as a program in general.
Yeah.
Great football.
ECU's always close to the number.
Yeah. But I meant more so. Like great football history for a mid-major. For 30, 40 years, Fresno's been a force. And great fans. But for some reason, they just can't get it together in basketball. Short of the Tarkanian experience, which had them kind of with Chris Herron and Courtney Alexander and everything, had them rolling. They just, I don't know. You're in California. I don't understand how this program is not much better. I don't. It's a mystery to me. This program should be a lot better. I still think there's the potential. The potential is really, really big in this in Fresno. Not for like a Power 5 or something, but I'm just saying like they should be Grand Canyon in basketball. They should be like that. They have loyal fans. I mean, they haven't been going to the Save Mart Center for a while because they've been they have had loyal fans in football, which means I know they'll show up. It's like ECU. It's like they'll show up if you just make the right hires and invest. The dynamite is there. You just got to light it. Anyway. By the way, Fresno playing without Jalen Weaver and Zayon Collins. I even referenced him. Maybe it wasn't this. I think it was on. I gave away that play on the grid. So I'm talking. Both of them averaging 12 points per game. That's what I'm saying. No, I go, they're going to be too much for Air Force. I said these exact lines on TV yesterday. And then it's like, oh, great. They don't fucking play. That kind of changes the fucking handicap, by the way. Vegas knew this shit. They had to know this shit. Anyway, we double locked. We bounced back, of course, and double locked Vanderbilt against Ole Miss. The doors are dancing. That's the win they needed, baby. They're in. They're in now, right? We can solidify that.
I think they need one more. They need one win. They can't lose on they can't end on a 4-game losing streak. But to your point, they're in as long as they get one more. That was the game they had to have. They what was their schedule? I tweeted it out.
It's like they end at Georgia, but I think they get A&M. They're at A&M, which they're going to lose on Wednesday. Yeah. Then they're home to Mizzou, home to Arkansas, at Georgia. I mean, you could lose all those games.
They could lose all those. If they lose all those games, they got to win at least one in the SEC tourney. I think maybe they could get Arkansas at home. I think Arkansas is the game you got to get. Or I mean, they can get Mizzou. At home.
Yeah,
they can get Mizzou at home.
Yeah, Mizzou.
Yeah, well, fuck Vandy.
What do you mean?
They fucking roped off the fucking court today. They wouldn't let him storm.
Wow. They stormed twice already this year, though.
I agree, but fuck them.
And I had shout out to Damani who had sent me the athletic director, or the was that the athletic director, Damani, or the school president, saying don't storm, and they ignored her and stormed.
Bro, like what the fuck is wrong with the fucking SEC? You're in this
bitch ass conference. You're acting like the fucking Ivy League or the Big Ten lately.
This is the same league. Like this was the league that fucking fought the COVID fucking nonsense bullshit and said, "No, we're fucking playing."
More means you should fucking storm the court. Your slogan is "It means more."
Come on, man! Like what the fuck are you doing? You're on the wrong side of this one, SEC. I loved what you guys did.
I would have never thought the SEC would be taking the. If you told me the Ivy or the Big Ten were doing this 5 years ago, I'd be like, I can see it happening. Unbelievable.
That is some pussy ass shit. To your point, like, goddamn, man, who gives a fuck if they fucking storm the floor? And why do they get fined if they storm the floor?
I don't know. The fine's nothing. Nope. Everybody that always mentions
the Tennessee game, after Alabama and Saban and that AD complained, Sankey put that fine in.
Everybody that always mentions, they're going to get fined. They don't want to get fined. The fine is a slap on the wrist. It's enrollment fees for about 8 kids, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And like Go Beef says, it's $62K for tuition. You fucking storm. Fuck them.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. And one of the things I love, like Dennis Gates, we got to talk about this because I was a guest on another show where these idiots were trying to say like, yeah, it hurts their NIL. The school can't directly pay. That's a lie. It's a lie. The school cannot directly pay. That they're lying to you when they say that. It is illegal for a school to directly pay that right now. It's going to change soon, but they're full of shit. They're full of shit. Yeah,
they're idiots. Like the NIL comes from the collective, a third fucking party. Like it's gonna hurt their NIL. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking idiot. Like, they're gonna storm the court and they're not gonna be able to buy a player in the offseason.
What's crazy is they say that, and then I go do I guess as a podcast, and like the whole fucking people are believing this, and I'm like, what are you talking? It's illegal. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
Fucking idiots.
They I don't know. It's just the dumbest shit. For the SEC to be doing that is unbelievable.
They're on the wrong side of this one. I can tell you that. They were on the right side in 2020. Said fucking play. They're on the wrong side of this one.
Yeah, and they're also on the wrong side of their 8-game football pussies. Eastern Illinois is at Morehead State
schedule. You forgot to add the FCS game.
Yeah, that is. New Mexico State is honorary member.
Notice how they don't play the good FCS schools. They'll put like they're a little terrified after like Jacksonville State.
Citadel, how they've had the gauntlet of Alabama, Mississippi State, Auburn, and years.
Recently fired East Carolina head coach Mike Houston, even with the Citadel and the triple option, he did go into South Carolina and beat their ass in the past fucking 8 years.
Yeah,
So
shout out
fuck
to Jacksonville
you.
State,
Yeah,
too.
Jacksonville State. Well, they beat Florida State, but they should have beat Auburn at Auburn, and they stopped scheduling that shit after that. No. This team got too good. Let's put Alabama A&M on the slate.
They didn't want to play old Rich Rod, baby.
Yeah.
They'll bring down Duquesne from Pittsburgh though to beat the crap out of them too.
Yeah. Duquesne, which fringe Pioneer League team. They don't even use the same scholarships.
Their football stadium seats 200 people.
Well,
like
they don't take it. There's like, if you follow FCS, I would say they're like, they don't invest in football really. Like there's a bunch of schools that invest in football in the FCS. Duquesne's not one of them.
Their stadium, for what it's worth, it's pretty cool for like being very, very, very small in the middle of the campus. It's like in the middle of the town square.
Rooney, is that Rooney's Field or something?
I don't know the name of it, but I've played plenty of just pickup football games on there. So,
well, the Bet Detective vomited at midfield, pissed drunk one night there.
It is pretty easy to get there. I will say that there's no gates. It's not gated at all.
Just walk on in.
You just walk in.
That's always fantastic. We were on the right side of Eastern Illinois against Morehead State. Just didn't bet it. Did you bet it?
One outright. Yeah, one outright.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I had 5.5.
There we go. One outright, 6-7, 6-2. I didn't bet this game.
Morehead is not playing good fucking basketball. They're fucking terrible.
They're terrible right now.
They lost like 6 in a row. They went from first to like 7th.
The SWAC parlay did not hit, unfortunately.
Oh, they're gonna kill you. They expect a fucking 7-1 every weekend.
We should talk about this though, because Alcorn State lost by half a point.
I know.
Half a fucking point, and we'll bring up the other legs on this. But yes, I also bet this independently. Once again, if you're not betting, if you're going to parlay, you should bet all the games independently. And then I want to hone in on this one because I was convinced at halftime that you were going to eat shit here. VCU 70, George Mason 54. Mason is held to what, like I don't know, 25 points or something. No, what was it?
That building.
Dude, but Mason, the first half, I was really fucking impressed with their defense. Second half, the building got him.
Yeah.
Credit to VCU. They made some adjustments, I thought, too. They should. It's unfortunate Mason can't play him in Fairfax because it's just unfortunate. But, you know, why not? They're rivals. They should be playing twice every year, A10, you fucking losers.
Yeah. The problem is they probably didn't think that Mason was going to be good. They're kind of the surprise team. So they probably tried to match it up who they thought was going to be good to make sure they had marquee games. And Mason has been the surprise team. I'm with you, man. Mason's an NCAA tournament team. I don't care what the fuck their net says. I watch the game with two eyes. Like they get after you. They look like the Tony Skid team. But the story here is VCU is not only good. VCU could win a game plus. They could get to the second weekend.
Oh, I think if you're looking for, someone mentioned this in the SGP chat.
On a 4, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. We were talking about the mid majors that could. I thought UC San Diego, which we'll talk about, by the way. But the chat threw out VCU, and I was like, "You're right, VCU, completely that team that could do that."
This is it for Ryan Odom. He will not be there next year.
The chat was talking about, please come to Ferris. Shout out to Ferris. If you go, that's another thing. I was talking Wake Forest, UVA. You know, Dave Odom was at UVA for a long time too as an assistant.
Was my pick in the offseason that it would be Odom. Now, I will say, VCU is really heavily investing in their NIL. If I'm him, do I jump to Virginia or Wake? But yes. I will say,
yes, I do.
The ACC is, I know Duke is really good, but you can jump into the top 4 like that in that fucking league.
Also, like, I mean, I don't care that the ACC's been down lately. Like, it is to me historically, and I know he grew up in watching it. So he might even take a personal pride of saying, like, dude, first off, his dad did great things. Those Wake Forest teams were a bundle of fucking fun. But I mean, that conference was at its peak. He probably remembers that. I would imagine. Says, "Well, let's do that." And money is money. But
he fits the Virginia like look and mold, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
he might be more loyal to Wake.
He might be, but they may not fire Forbes. Forbes has a way of like doing just enough. If they're like
they did just hire a football coach, so it might be they're a little strapped, especially with having to pay players soon. But man, college basketball is the greatest. You see this environment? Remember, there were so many good environments today, man. Sitting here watching all these games, it's perfect. It's the best. Regular season is the best little secret in the fucking world, man. It's perfect. This fucking crowd was awesome. It's everything that.
It's the best.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get that in March because you don't get the home environment. So you're missing out a little bit.
That's why you got to cherish these last 3 weeks, man. Like, I know we're about to enter March Madness. I love March Madness. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of like the regular season better. I like watching the rivalries and the build up to March.
Yeah.
When we get to actual March Madness, it becomes a little too corporate for my liking.
Yeah. I mean, I still love March Madness, but it's different. It's just different. But, well, we had a lock battle. And you got cute with it again. Rob Donaldson, is he in the chat?
No, he just texted me. He's at the club right now. And I texted him earlier. I said, my 17-game win streak is really going to end to fucking Long Island.
Because the goddamn Long Island Sharks. Talk about no sweat. Get this upstate New York bullshit with your fucking Dolphins. There's no goddamn Dolphins there. 76-61. Strick went straight into the bus. Let me tell you, we said, hey, get us to Luga's stat. We got out of fucking Syracuse, New York in no time, got over to Luga's, and let me tell you, when it comes to Long Island basketball,
all I know is we're hard-working, tax-paying people like you, and we don't take shit from nobody. You got that, asshole? Ask me. The fucking union that works for you.
Locked up the 2 seed. Locked up the 2 seed in the NEC.
This fucking team.
This was sweat free, man. I watched this whole game.
Into the fucking phonies out there that question if we bet every game. I've lost about $1,000 on fucking LIU this year.
I was about to say, I want Rob Donaldson to tally that shit up again.
I am so sick of this fucking team.
Buddy, I got news for you. They're coming.
Good win.
They're coming for that team in New Britain. They're all their bullshit. These redcoats, right?
Probably double down next game. It's got to swing my direction, right?
We should have bet the Bonnies. They covered only by 1, but I felt decent about it and I didn't bet it. I apologize to my clientele. They took down Duquesne by 7. So we battled last night on Utah Valley in Seattle. I believe it was 6 or 6. It might've been 6.5 on the show. Yeah. It was either 6 or 6.5. Part of the genius, sometimes you can just be a moron and then make more money. Well, when I woke up late, I'm looking at these bets out there in the world and I see Utah Valley minus 5.5. I say, worked out. Me falling asleep worked out for me. Clark in the chat's with me. He got that number. That's a beautiful accident. I swear to God, I would have bet it at 6 or 6.5 the night before. That's a beautiful accident, but I did cash on this and you cashed on this. So we both cashed on this.
But hey, when I tweeted out my graphic at I think 6:13 a.m. Eastern, this was me at the tail end trying to get all the picks in bed. I was just like, I was at the point I'm just like, just get him in. And I was falling. I hit my head on my keyboard one time, just trying to look, and I just dozed off, and bam, I was glad that I was able to get this number though at 6.5. So a nice win.
Yeah. Nice. We middled this thing on accident, and then we double. I think this was a triple lock. I can't remember everything though, but SMU, you had George W there.
Oh,
it didn't matter.
Horrible
Triple lock for the Clemson Tigers on the road. 79, SMU 69. We got some static in the chat about this pick last night.
This is fun in St. John's tomorrow. All the fake sharps loved SMU.
Yeah. And then,
hey, real quick, really bad day for the ACC. You had four bubble teams.
Well, not for Carolina though. Carolina's probably going to get in now with their reputation.
If they beat Duke, they still only have one quad one win. I mean, that's going to be hard to argue.
It's just I know what they'll do.
Well, you know what it depends on? It depends on the bid stealers.
Yeah, that's true.
If there's some bid stealers, but like,
I don't want to see them in.
Dude, I don't want to see them in either because and then if they win a game, everybody's like, "Oh, I told you they belong." No, you don't belong. Like you get to the tournament based off of your resume from November to March, not what you do in the tourney, the shit show tourney. But SMU fraud, Pitt. I mean, they've been a fraud. They're always a fraud, and then Wake fraud. I mean, those three teams have had every opportunity to get on the right side of the bubble. I don't want to hear a case for any of them. All three of those teams suck.
Yeah. I mean, that was an easy handicap. They just look like shit all year against good teams. I think you might have picked this one. I don't think you bet it, but AU wins again, holds BU to 44 points at home.
I almost bet it. I didn't. Thank God.
Only covered by a half a point, but shout out to American. Howard did end up beating Morgan State by 6. We picked that incorrectly. Didn't bet it. Georgia covered against Auburn. You bet this, didn't you?
I did. Give me them dogs, baby. Dude, they fucking were right there.
Yeah. Nice play. Dogs cover. Yeah. Dogs look good. They play Auburn well. I remember the other matchup too. We did eat shit. Let's get to the Carolina game because oh my God, this game was what 20-2 out the gate, something like that.
Horrible.
I mean,
they brought out the orange uniforms and got fucking whacked.
Unbelievable.
So much for fighting for Sanchez. Good handicap by us. Ugh.
I thought the 9.5 was a smart play. We ate shit there. Hofstra took down Delaware. We didn't bet this, but picked it incorrectly. I think you bet Washington, and I believe you covered by the hook.
They did, but they were winning a lot. Did you see the clip Donald put out?
No, I didn't watch this game because I refused to watch this shit on a Saturday. But what happened?
At one point, Washington had 5 black guys on the floor, and Iowa had 5 white guys on the floor, and the result was the Washington guy fucking dunking the shit out of the ball on the Iowa guy, but it was a charge.
Oh,
it was hilarious. It was like, oh yeah, diversity in Iowa City at its finest. It was fantastic. The whites found a way to get it done, though. I mean, the whites grinded that out.
I thought they would win the game. I actually laid. I mean, I didn't bet this, but I laid the 6.5, so I got it incorrect. The Mexicans ate shit for us. We did bet the Mexicans against Hitler. Hitler went through Mexican.
Yeah.
Like knife through hot butter. Isn't that something they say?
We're gonna ramp up that fucking border. I am so tired of Rio Grande and those Mexicans right now.
These Mexicans they were a gold mine for us in November, but whew,
yeah. Ever since Trump got elected, they have been fucking awful.
We are just making payments.
We're spooked now.
We also battled here, and I'm just disgusted by this one. I'm really fucking disgusted by this one. Weaver State 60, Portland State 58. I want this investigated. I want this fucking investigated. Portland State goes on the road. They were one of the best teams in the Big Sky coming into this road trip. They get blown out in Pocatello. Then they go to Ogden and Weaver beats them. What? What did we watch all year?
Buzzer beater.
I didn't catch it. I didn't
It was
catch
a fun game, yeah.
Yeah.
A good account to follow everybody is Buzzer Beater, NCAA Buzzer Beaters.
Yeah, I follow
Really
that.
original.
Yeah.
But he tweets out some good shit. Him and mid-major madness. So like if you can't get eyes on 10,000 games, which is hard to do, this was fun. I saw the Buzzer Beater live, but just a fun game. Weber, don't look now. Weber's got win number 4 in the league now. Be a dark horse in the
Still buy it in. Still buy it in. You're gonna take a future on them.
Hey, yeah. Next week's a new season. Turn it.
Central Connecticut State holding Stonehill to 41 points at home. I think someone in the chat said they just went to that game. Shout out to that. The real Blue Devils are rolling. Just they better pray they don't run into the fucking Shocks because they went up there to your bullshit William H. Dietrich Gymnasium and put it on you, and they'll do it again. Very impressive by these real Blue Devils, though. JMU did not cover against Georgia Southern. Didn't bet that, but picked it incorrectly. All right, now we have to have a big conversation about this. Baylor loses to Colorado. We eat shit on this. What?
Bro, Baylor looks awful. In all seriousness, they're not going to miss the tourney just because their resume is good, but they
suck this year.
They're one and done. They don't have the big fella, and that's killing them. But I mean, goddamn, you can't beat Colorado.
Yeah,
everybody beats Colorado.
It's a huge win. The Buffs got they beat UConn. They beat Baylor. That's what they do. All right, teams that win the national championship don't play the Buffs.
Hey, Kansas is lucky they ain't going to the fucking Boulder this year. They would have taken an L there. I guarantee that.
Yeah. And speaking of Kansas, you cashed on Kansas against Oklahoma State as they won by 1,000.
Ooh.
That was just.
That was. I mean, that was a criminal. What
I only watched like 3 minutes of this game, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I got a lot of shit for this pick too. They're like, you're going back to Kansas. I'm like, come on, man. They're playing Oklahoma State at the Fog. This would be the fake game where everybody acts like everything's fixed. They were up 30 at half. This was an annihilation.
How about the game in the MEAC? South Carolina State wins in overtime against Delaware State.
This was a fun game. I watched the end of this game.
Yeah. Good. Both good teams there. They get it done. We picked it correctly. Didn't bet it. We did bet this and we ate a big old pile of shit on Wyoming, San Jose State, 82, Wyoming 73. No one was at this game. I knew that though. It's my fault. My fault.
What's wrong with the Wyoming crowds? Like, I'm with you, man.
Dude, I went to Laramie and me and my brother I was blown away by how small that town is. So I don't understand what else there is to do besides go to the game. I mean, I don't say that as being a dick. I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you go to the game? There's like, once you go there and realize it, it's like, I understand why that football game is fucking lit. And I knew the basketball games to be lit prior to. You would think Sundance Wicks, he was a part of the Linder staff. What happened? What happened to the momentum there? I don't understand it. You're right, Monty, on he's very right on Tim Miles, great coach. Shout out to Tim Miles, great guy too. We bounced back though with Cal Poly taking down Riverside in overtime. Mustangs, boom, double lock. Boom. I believe this next one, we didn't bet this, but I think it was either a push or the dog hit by 0.5 point. But Eastern Michigan 79, Northern Illinois 76. I did see this was a buzzer beater. I think the number was 3 or 3.5. We didn't bet this game because it reeked. But Northern Illinois had a double-digit halftime lead. They collapsed. Jalen Terry went off for EMU. I caught a little bit of this game. Your thoughts on this one?
This was a fun game. I mean, back and forth, crazy ending.
Yeah, just a buzzer beater. I So the SWAC parlay leg 2 was Florida A&M and the points against Alabama State. Alabama State wins by 1, but Florida A&M covers. Lost leg 1, hit leg 2. But once again, you should be betting these independently as well. Norfolk State put it on Coppin State. We probably should have bet that, but didn't. But Houston Christian ate shit first though against Lamar.
Yeah, they faded this year.
And then
uniforms.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Whose idea was that? Circle of Trust here. I mentioned this kind of on the show last night, saying I might bet this. Well, when I went up $10,000 million bajillion dollars, I decided I'm betting fucking Presbyterian. Boom! I didn't take the money line though. Presbyterian 80, Bradford 73. I know it was your boy, but we should have been sharp on it on the show last night.
Yeah, I mean, I hated the spot. I thought they'd win by 5 or 6, but yeah, disappointing off that Asheville win. Radford just so up and down. But like I said, I still like him in the tourney because at their best, they've been pretty damn good.
Yeah. Sela put it on the Chinese food restaurant. You picked that game correctly. I didn't pick it correctly, but I didn't bet it. We double locked Vermont and the system is intact.
Bro, this is favorite play of the day.
85-61. Get this bullshit out of here. It is rolling. It's intact and it is rolling.
Short-handed. Who gives a fuck? They're fucking wagon. Hey, Brian's going to choke and Vermont's going to find a way to get the 1 seed and fucking go to the tourney again.
Yep. Troy put it on Coastal Carolina. I almost bet this too. I should have. We did eat shit on Lindenwood because SEMO continues to be an absolute wagon. They won by 16.
No, SEMO, man.
I watched this game earlier and I'm like, oh fuck. Oh man.
Is that not the worst when you have one of these ugly dogs and you're just like, oh my God, we are getting fucking bent over and railed right now. They are gonna get run out of the gym.
Yeah.
Dude, SEMO. All right, so real quick, SEMO. This fucking shit internet. Fucking load, you bitch. All right, there we go. SEMO, with the loss today of Edwardsville, has a 2-game lead headed into the last week. They win 1 game either at Edwardsville or EIEIO. They win the regular season. So shout out to SEMO.
I mean, they've won like 10 of 11 or something crazy like that. I don't have it in front of me.
They were 5-4 in league play when they lost to Lindenwood the first time. They've won 9 in a row.
10 of 11, I think, right? I thought I heard the broadcaster say that.
10 of 11 if you want to expand that past that, but 9 in a row. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And this, in my opinion, was our sharpest play of the day right here. Lehigh won by 40 last time, and I talked all about this on the morning show too. Lafayette, this game means something. You know, you lose by 40. You know the rosters aren't that different. Lafayette was a smash play. I went in heavy on this. 78-70. Leopards get it done. Shout out to Mean Gene Okerlund. Big fan of your work. May he rest easy as well. But yeah, you're the man, brother. Yeah, nailed that. That play was just absolutely fucking fantastic. We even picked Steve Lavin.
I love how Logan perfectly fit this comment in here. Notice how Mac walked away.
Yeah, that was very perfect. Shout out to Logan. We battled. I'm looking forward to talking shit there. We both took Steve Lavin and the points that covered against Oregon State, but we didn't bet it. We did bet UC Davis double lock, and that cashed. Boom. Not sure if I locked this up on the show last night, but I Circle of Trust went in on UTEP, ate shit against Jacksonville State today. Did you bet Jacksonville State?
I did. Dude, nice bounce back. Let's check them out this week. Kevin Liberty, Thursday night for the league.
Yeah, I know you ate shit here though, because McNeese destroyed Corpus Christi in the second half. It was a good game in the first half.
That's
second half.
It's back to back for Will Wade. South champions, our guy, man.
They're coming around. So the third leg of the SWAC parlay was Bethune-Cookman against Alabama A&M, and it did cash. 68-64, they got it done. We both had Bethune-Cookman there. I did Circle of Trust. I don't think I bet this on the show last night, but I went in today. Took Kennesaw State against New Mexico State. New Mexico State goes 2-0 on the road trip. Held Kennesaw to 49 points at home. Are they turning a corner?
I mean, I think they're well coached, and this league just continues to just be every other week. You don't know. This tournament's going to be fantastic. This is like the Sun Belt. Conference USA and the Sun Belt are the same fucking league. Anybody can beat anybody. It's going to be a great, great tournament.
Conference USA's home environments are better.
100%. Yeah. But I just meant like in terms of like parity among the leagues. So, I mean, I can't wait for this tournament.
Northwestern State beat New Orleans by 7. I believe they covered. It was 6.5. So we picked that correctly, even though we didn't bet it. We got to talk about this next one. So, South Alabama and Texas State. We laid 1.5 with Texas State.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh my God. Texas State wins by 1, but still hilarious. Top team in the Sun Belt loses to the 8th place team in the Sun Belt. Just another day in the office.
Yeah, but
great crowd, fun game. Watch this whole game. Yeah, go Beavs. We hope. I mean, I did see that line drop to 0.5 point at one point. So, or a pick. I had 1.5, so I ate shit. Also ate. What's up?
It's getting close, or it's probably already arrived. The time where these lines are super sharp, and on 1.5, man, I'm probably just gonna start taking money lines. Like if it's
Hasty's probably right, but I in that one I don't know. I mean, the Saturday card, there's so much too. Like you can overthink, or you know, like you can underthink and overthink things.
But like when we get closer, like laying 1.5, I'd probably just take the fucking money line. I'll eat a couple extra cents or dollars, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. We ate shit we got cute with Grambling.
Yeah, they were.
Thought the line made no sense. I mean, they were in that game, but Southern wins by 7. That was the third leg of the fourth leg of the SWAC parlay. So it's 2-2, and then we nailed the other part of the SWAC parlay because Pine Bluff won outright. That was a double lock. So the SWAC parlay went 3-2, but man, one of those was by a round robin would have hit 0.5 point off from a round robin hit.
You suck. You didn't hit for a third straight Saturday. I'm unfollowing you, and you don't bet any of the games, and I hope you die.
Well taken. Look, we went 3-2 in the SWAC on these plays. So if you backed it up with taking the solo bets, you're actually all right. But
if you go 3-2 every 5 bets, you're gonna be a rich man.
Yeah. And by the way, Texas Southern, we should have added them to the parlay because I took Texas Southern. They held Valley State to 38 points and they won by like 60. I don't know, or 40. I stopped. I had it on for about 10 seconds. I was like, good Lord. Well, why didn't we add that? We should have added that.
But their Twitter's the problem, right?
Yeah. That's the problem. 38 fucking points. I'm going to say this might've been, for my money, I think this was the best game of the day right here. I don't know. Oregon, Wisconsin was pretty fire, but Oregon was getting blown out a lot of that game. But Bradley and Murray State delivered today. Man, I watched this whole fucking game. Duke Dean hit a 3 to win at the buzzer, pretty much, or with 2 seconds left. But the coach called timeout. So coach calls timeout as he's going up. And I thought that was going to burn them because when the game went to overtime, I was like, watch Murray win this thing now. Murray was up a lot of this game too. Watch this whole fucking game. Bradley wins by 2 on a jumper at the buzzer. They storm the court there. Great scene there in Peoria. I love the Valley. This is a great watch. I watched this whole fucking game and it was awesome. Your thoughts?
Only thing that would have been better is if it was on a Friday or Sunday. I mean, that game was phenomenal, and a lot of people in this chat probably didn't get to see that game. But that game, like I said, was a top 5, top 10 game of the day. So I forget who fired off the tweet. But he's like, man, Montana State buried on a 131 card is criminal. This is criminal that they're burying these games.
I watched that whole game too.
Yeah. I
even put the audio on that shit. We'll get to that. So this next game, Circle of Trust, I went in on. I can't bitch because I'm having a great night financially, but I had Belmont laying 5. Belmont had a 5-point lead.
Fun game.
And Indiana State hit a half-court shot at the buzzer. I was just like, oh, really? It was like 2 steps past half court, but I mean, I can't bitch.
This is when I knew the night. I knew I didn't bet this game, but I knew the night. After the afternoon we had, I'm like, all right, there's going to be a couple L's in here. You can't just run the table the whole entire fucking day. It's a mathematics thing at some point. So yeah,
I didn't lock that on the show last night. I just made a bunch of money. I started pulling the trigger on all these other fucking games.
Exactly. That's why I had discipline. I had a couple horrible beats late in this night. And I know you were on the right or on the same side as a couple of these.
Well, we were on the right side with this one, and I even got a DM saying we're fucking idiots. Ohio 84, Akron 67. It's a free show, folks.
It's our favorite play of the day. Top 3 play of the day.
Just fantastic.
Yeah, these fucking jackpots don't mention that we fucking said load up on Ohio to end the longest win streak. Not only did they cover, they won outright by 20. You got to know the MAC. You got to know the history of this rivalry. John Gross coach there. Fun game. That place was fucking rocking, by the way. Woo! That place was humming.
All the games. There were so many great environments today. Steve Alford. Steve Alford.
You see, Dockage says that he should get the Indiana.
Dockage is he's lost his brain for the last 5 years. So.
I'm like, bro, Alford's below 500 in the Mountain West. How's he going to get the Indiana job?
I mean, Steve Alford, huge win for Boise. I think that let's talk. I mean, I think the game balls tonight should probably be the ones like Oklahoma and Boise and Vandy that inched close to.
Yeah.
If they were first 4 out on some people's brackets that I saw, I mean, I guess Nevada's not a great win though.
But
I mean, does that get you? Does that solidify you into the mix?
No, honestly, Boise's got to win on Tuesday or Wednesday. Whatever day they play Utah State at home.
That's a great game.
They got to have that game like blood.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Then they got to win at Fresno. They got to win at Air Force, of course. They got to win their last 4. You can't lose any of those 4 games. That'll get them to 23-8. They'll have 3 quad 1 wins at that point. This is the shitty part with Nevada sucking. Nevada's got good fucking players. Nevada's got talent, but Alford, for whatever reason, has not been able to get it to click. That would have been a bad loss for Boise. But we all know that Nevada.
They're good. They beat VCU.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So and Vandy, right? Didn't they beat Vandy?
No.
No,
Did Vandy catch him? Okay.
Vandy got it.
Vandy
But to your point, though, that was a huge win. That was a gut check win. They were down early. They battled back. That's a game that could have knocked you out. But now, if you win your next 4, you look back on that game and be like, that was the game that got us into the dance.
Yeah. Nice win for the Broncos. I don't know. I had this game on. I thought Penn had this one, but Harvard wins 79-78. What a win! Why does
Ivy play on Saturday night? What is wrong with this league?
I just love this angle of your students, you know, there's a lot of other great academic institutions in the country, like Notre Dame, and the fact that school is so important that you have to do Thursday or Friday, Saturday games for a game of basketball.
Can't play on Sunday.
Why not just play on the weekdays? Like, if Notre Dame can do it academically, I mean, okay, maybe I'm sure you could say, well, this is harder than Notre Dame. Okay, but still, this is just basketball. It's not.
Why can't they play on Friday and Sunday like the MAAC and the NEC?
Horizon too.
Yeah.
Horizon.
Like, why can't they play on Friday and Sunday? This is the stupidest
why
thing.
not? Why not just go Thursday and just go light?
Well,
I think a lot of Friday. Come on, you're fucking partying.
Well, no, I mean, we want more Friday games, so I'm all for them sticking on Friday.
I know, but I'm just saying from their point of view, it just doesn't make sense to play 2 games back to back. But I watched this game.
Sunday. They should be Friday, Sunday. You can have a study hall.
Yeah, you might have test on Monday. Can't have that. You got test on Monday.
Play the fucking game at 2:00.
I know.
What's fucking wrong with you idiots?
They act like a game of basketball. That's what I hate about our fucking this generation.
They act like they're just
they
trying
act like basketball and football is like the hardest thing ever. All right, it's like, oh, you can't. Oh no, we can't do this. But the irony is they give them another. The irony is you have the NBA saying like, don't give us the back to backs, and you're doing that to your players. It's funny.
That's just stupid ass. Like, we're smarter than everybody, but no, you're actually stupider. You guys are so fucking stupid because you're so in your own world, and you guys have lost what is common sense.
Did you watch the Santa Clara Washington State game? You bet this, and I did not.
Bro,
thank God. Dude,
ass.
Santa Clara was up like 30 to start the fucking game, dude. I mean, they were like shot out of a goddamn rocket ship. Glad I didn't bet that.
God, I'm done with Wazoo. What a choke job this team has been.
Santa Clara is so hard to predict. I like that team, but they're so.
Well, it's Herb Sendek, former Pussy Pack coach.
It was his birthday. They played for him on his birthday.
Happy birthday, Herb. Cornell beats Brown by 4. Didn't touch that. We did double lock this. Roll Tide, Alabama 96, Kentucky 83. Triple lock. I'm sorry. Triple lock.
I got hooked on the total. I didn't hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you originally committed to that. Then you went to the total.
Pulled out for the total. Yeah.
Kentucky plays no defense. My God. They got to get Lamont Butler back ASAP.
Yeah. I mean, it took a little while to get there, but we got there. Yeah, Alabama at home. Sears played, obviously, had 30 points or something. They look good at home.
He's been in Nate's doghouse a lot this year.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good response, though, with 30 points. Stephen F. Austin, Incarnate Word, I actually pushed. I took the Jacks. Did you take the Jacks?
Did the Jacks.
What did you get? What number did you get?
I didn't bet it, so I don't remember what I put it in. I didn't bet it.
Yeah. Florida woke up late and put it on LSU. I know you bet this. I stayed away. But
I had the lead. It had the lead with 12 minutes left, and they didn't cover. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was getting ready to say LSU's about to be on the bubble here if they fucking knock off Florida, but then Florida fucking pedal to the metal there. Those last 12 minutes, that was impressive. They're good, man. They are fucking good.
But yeah, when they get going, I still believe Bienick. That's the team that I think. I do. I think they could win the national championship. Like, I mean, I guess you could say that with Auburn too, but I'm not there on Alabama. I'm not there on Tennessee. Not there on A&M. I think to me it's Florida and Auburn.
Houston.
Yes. We double locked the Colonials of George Washington, and boom, 22-point win against your boy.
They're done.
You also cashed on Virginia Tech against Miami. I stayed away.
Sicko plays were good today, man. I'm an ACC specialist today. I think I missed one game.
Portland beat Pacific by 8. We didn't touch that game. We did eat shit on Southern Illinois as Valpo. What's up with these Salukis? I can't get a read on them. They're all over the place this year.
So up and down, up and down. I can't get a gauge. I'm with you. Like, they are a frustrating team.
William and Mary stuck it to Elon. Columbia lost by 1,000 to Yale. You bet that, didn't you?
I did. I got railed right off the. I thought they'd be partying. They were studying. Yale came out to play, no letdown.
We should have bet Long Beach State. I know we got burned on the game prior, but man, they almost won that game outright. Santa Barbara wins 58-56 against the Dirtbags. But we did respond well here. I mean, this is one of our best plays. New Hampshire was getting 12.5 points. They won by 11.
They don't give us credit for this one, did they?
Yes, they didn't give us credit. Double lock on these Wildcats.
Money is money. That's all we care about.
We also double locked Abilene Christian. They got it done against Utah Tech. We also took Georgia State. I think we even took it on the money line. We just didn't bet it. They did win by 6 against ODU. And then Bienick, show your face, because a lock battle win for Bienick with St. Mary's, putting it on Gonzaga. 74-67. Me and Mac eat a pile of shit on the Zags here. I was shocked. No, I wasn't shocked that St. Mary's won the game. I was shocked by how well they controlled the game.
Yep.
They were up 10. I feel like almost the whole game. Yeah.
I sent the stat to you and Mac of it was senior night for Gonzaga and it costed him. Max got a subtle smile because he knows exactly, like, you know.
Yeah, fucking Mark Few's son was a -9 and they lost by 7
because it's senior night. So I don't know. Yeah, St. Mary's started out hot and didn't look back. So
Mark Few's going to retire at the end of the year.
Ooh,
hot take. He doesn't like this. He doesn't like this era. He hates the portal era. He's an old school guy. It kind of hit me with his son's senior night. I don't think he's in it as much as he used to be.
Wait a second though. He benefited on the portal the past like 6 years.
And this year too.
But he's an old school guy though.
Yeah. I just have problems. I have problems with the people that blame that, and it's like that you fucking used it to your benefit.
I'm just saying he's not
portal,
Nemhard's
portal, Battles portal.
Yeah,
there's 3 of the starting 5.
That's a hot take. The vibe I was watching him tonight, I think he's going to shut it down at the end of the year. And then with his son being a senior, that kind of made me start to wonder with what being. I'm like, I'm starting to think he's going to shut it down.
How old is Mark Few? He looks like he's fucking 12 years old still.
60s.
Yeah.
He's in the 60s.
Low 60s. Pretty sure.
That's crazy. He looks. I saw him in Vegas when I was at the WCC Media Days, but 62. Does not look like he's fucking 62 years old.
He's not getting the same players anymore either because Tommy Lloyd's at Arizona. He's just like, I mean, they had the cheek. They used to fucking buy the shit out of players overseas with Tommy Lloyd's guys.
But they were also connected to the shoe company shit. So
like he's probably just like, I don't want to deal with this shit. And he'll probably do what Jay Wright and Tony Bennett did, hand it off to his guy, and he'll be fishing, drinking. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. But I just laugh at that generation of coaches in a way because I have issues with them because the shoe companies kept you connected. That's why you were better than all those other schools. And the minute it gets to a level playing field, you're like, oh, I can't do this. I understand it's a pain in the ass with the portal 365. But I also think there's the irony is like, I just wonder, like, how good of a coach were you really then? Because you were getting that much talent via the shoe companies.
Mm-hmm. I think it also has to deal with the kid nowadays is a lot harder to coach than back then.
Yeah.
You used to be able to fucking coach shit out of people.
Yeah.
Now you fucking say something the wrong way, they're fucking telling their fucking mommy. Like like these kids nowadays are a fucking bunch of fucking pussies. And everybody's got a guy and everybody's got to tweet shit out and all that. So it's just like I'm not saying he's shutting it down only because of that, but like I think it's just a combination of everything. Just like Tony Bennett, Larinaga, Krzyzewski, Boeheim.
Well, Tony Bennett's a little bit different to me because he wasn't really using the portal. But
but they came up in the coaching industry in a different era. It's just like they're probably just like, yeah, I could change, but I also have made millions of dollars. I'd just go walk out and go do my thing and go get drunk and fish and play golf. I mean, what's wrong? I had a good career.
I just have a problem sometimes accepting like it's like the Saban thing. And that was so great about Shane Gillis calling him out was like, it's like they're so upset with it, but you're the one that's rich because you were cheating. You know what I mean? Like, yes, he's a good football coach, but like you guys were cheating. You guys were one of the select teams. You weren't the only ones. I'm not going to just solely come down on you or whatever, Kansas and basketball, but you guys were cheating. One of like the 20 schools cheating. And now all of a sudden the rules change and you sound like little bitches because now guess what? You got to compete. Now that one team, now, you know, I mean, shit, you go look at like the Alabama roster. Fucking every quarterback is from fucking LA or Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting there and that's football, but I'm saying in basketball, same thing. It's like basketball's a little different because it's less roster, but it's still, I don't know. I understand it. Like three, you get paid good enough though to manage the portal 365. You know what I mean? You get paid. If we can do this show every goddamn night and we don't make a fraction of the money you fucking make. I mean, I cry me a fucking river. You know what I mean? I just wonder how good a coach is. Like you're seeing Bill Self. I wonder if Coach K and Roy Williams, you know, credit to them. They won a lot of games. I also have my put on my tinfoil hat. How good would have you been in this era where all of a sudden, you know, a mid-major or a non-traditional Power 5 that's you know, can buy a player that you would have.
Yep. No, I mean it's definitely worth a question, and especially the guys like Krzyzewski, where they didn't have to grind it out at the fucking Tulsas of the world like Bill Self had to do. He was a dude.
Well, he was at Army, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really win an Army.
Yeah, but he didn't go like deep. They were decent, but yeah,
they were okay. But I mean, Roy Williams, he had the silver spoon. He fucking was the head coach.
Well, and there's more than that too. I mean, you could name a bunch over the years. That's why I respected what Tark did. I mean, Tark cheated, but he was like, just came out of nowhere. It was like, and he was like looked upon as the fucking villain when he was doing exactly what they were doing, but he just did it at an uncharacteristic play. He took a fucking random team, and the NCAA was not cool with that. Say, whoa, what is this UNLV shit here?
Patino did the same shit last year when he realized his team sucked or didn't have the dudes. He started blaming the portal but you know what? He did something about it. He fucking got his
he adapted. He adapted. Yes.
They ponied up. Patino, that's why Patino's arguably the best coach in college basketball history, is Patino always finds a way to adapt with the times. He hates losing that much. Some of these other guys, they just don't want to deal with it. But Patino, he's a sick enough fuck where he's just like, nah, I'm going to adapt to it and out-compete everybody. But to your point, their egos is what made him so good. Their egos is what ultimately drives him out too.
Yeah, but then I hate though when they put him on a mic like Saban every Saturday. And, you got this problem. We need reform, and I'm like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
So what? Your school can stay one of the fucking powerful, right? And like, think about all those years. Poor old Vanderbilt or fucking Kansas State or some shit was sitting there playing by the rules, and you assholes were doing this the whole time, right? It was. You know, cry me a fucking river. You know what I mean? I'm glad we have this system in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, I would like a one-time transfer rule would be nice, or maybe 2 times if you're a grad transfer. But as far as like, I have issues with the just the mind state, like that Rome is burning. That Rome's burning from conference realignment more than it's burning the just because the select few aren't the only few in the party now. We ate shit on Tarleton State. Man, dude, what happened here? We were winning this game, dude.
We were winning the whole game. How did that cover? God damn. This is what I'm talking about. Some of these games like fucking with sideways. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, actually, we hit a rough patch right here because St. Thomas lost outright to Oral Roberts. What?
What the fuck? You gave Omaha the fucking title. What are you doing?
What? I didn't have that on the card. And then Grand Canyon almost lost to Baptist.
Dude, they were up like fucking 16 in this goddamn game. How did they fucking choke? Like all our sides just collapse here. I guess like I said, I had discipline. I did not fucking get cocky.
I mean, those were all 3 plays from last night too. I went in on a couple other ones later, but it was crazy here. Louisiana took down Southern Miss, didn't touch that game. Illinois State took down Missouri State, didn't touch that game. You didn't either, right? On those?
No, real quick. I had the stat. Grand Canyon was up 20 at the fucking under 8 timeout, and they won by 2. Like what?
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. We did double lock Butler, and that hit. Boom.
Good job, Butler.
84-72.
Butler's gonna win. And then Dad's gonna ride off into the sunset with Mark Few.
And then via Rob Donaldson, he inspired me to battle you. Duke 110, Illinois 67. Lock battle win for Dundee.
That play. I apologize.
Look, I know we hate Duke, but I'm really impressed with this fucking team. I know Illinois is like to me they just look like a different
threes, right?
They look like a different gear of a Duke that I've seen in a while. I know the ACC is fucking horrible, but they look like it to me.
So if you're a Duke fan, you're happy as hell. Your team looked great. You made every shot that you shot tonight. I don't know if this game really helped them though. Like in the long term, if I was a Duke fan to win a national championship, I would have wanted to play a little bit of a close game and fucking be tested a little bit. They haven't really been in a grinder of a game outside of Clemson.
Yeah. Their defense is very good though. I think that's what sells me on this team more than previous years.
It is, but it also helps when the other team shoots 2 for 97 from 3. I mean, come on, Illinois. Really?
Yeah.
That was fucking a joke. They just kept this is what I don't get with this fucking analytics dumbass fucking crowd. They're like, oh, all these fucking threes, you keep shooting the volume and they will go in eventually. No, not if they're not good shots.
Yeah.
Not if they're not good shots. Not if they're not good shooters. How many games has Illinois fucking done this from 3 so far this year? Michigan State, they just kept shooting threes. They didn't score the last 7 minutes. Rutgers, 1 for like a zillion. What is wrong with this team?
Did you hear Underwood at the post-game press conference?
They say they got the flu. He's like, New York City's.
No, they always got the flu. No, they're fucking soft.
No, you're gonna love this. Underwood at the post-gamer said that he thought they got good threes off, and if they made 10 of them in the first half, that they would have been within 2 points.
Oh my god!
Well, he said that though.
Yeah, he did. There was some crazy quote that like he tried to rationalize all the 3-pointers that they took, that it would have been a close game at halftime and a different story in the second half, but no.
Horrible. Just like, come on, Brad. Like, really?
Yeah.
Drive the ball to the rim. Like, we got St. John's and Sparty. both teams in the top 15, top 10. They don't shoot any threes, and they win. How's that for you fucking analytics jackasses and fucking idiots?
Shout out to Duke, though. They look good
They
for
look
the Duke
good.
fans.
Yeah, Duke looked good tonight. I'm not going to crown them national champions. It's their first win over an NCAA tournament team in about 2 months. So pump the brakes on that. They're going to run away with the tournament, everybody.
Northern Colorado put it on Idaho. Picked that incorrectly. Glad I didn't bet it. Utah State, San Diego State. I watched this entire game. Man, it was tied up, I think, at 65 all. San Diego State was kind of losing by, I don't know, 2-6 or something, majority of the game, but they tied it up at 65, I think it was, or 68 or something. And down the stretch, Utah State made the plays, got the win, covered. You bet this. I did not, but what happened here at the very last second? What am I missing?
I'm going to cover, and they fucking call a technical foul with 2 seconds on the San Diego State bench to lose by 8, getting 6.5. They fucking teed him up. I go, what the fuck?
This is happening more this year.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, that's fucking sketchy as fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to cover backdoor this game, even though San Diego State was the right side the whole entire game. Tie game with 3 minutes, tie game with 2 minutes, back and forth. And they tee up somebody from the bench. Like, really?
Yeah. It's okay, though.
That one really pissed me off just because that was a winner. That's a referee taking the game in his own hands and inserting his own agenda so that he can be seen on TV.
Or he bet the game.
Or he bet the game. But, I mean, like I said, nothing will happen to these referees. No post-game press conference. Why'd you tee him up? No answer. Just on with the next game. Get overpaid, idiot.
We nailed this one. On the money line, Arkansas 92, Missouri bullshit you 85. Triple lock. Fuck you, Missouri. That's what I call your bullshit institution. Yeah. Huge win for John Calamari, as we say. They needed this. The game ball worthy. They needed it, man. And at first half, I was a little skeptical. Then we made the plays down the stretch. John L. Davis is starting to play a lot better within this system, or within the Calipari.
Well, you know why, right?
Why is that?
I gotta double check the box score to make sure he didn't play again. Boogie Flan's not playing. Yeah,
it's not the year.
Yeah.
Boogie's not playing, so all of a sudden, John L. has more space and more time with the ball.
Dude.
Yeah, fair.
There's a lot of people that are going to be eating their words with Calipari here soon. We're going to look up, and they're going to be in the Sweet 16. I'm going to make that take right now. They ever since the Kentucky game when Boogie Flan went out, they've been playing at a different level, and this team's good. This team's good. I know people like to hate on Calipari, but I text you guys. We'll find a way to get a Patino Calipari Sweet 16 like old times.
Yeah, I can see it. We laid 1.5 with Western Kentucky.
Fucking crazy.
They won by 1. This should have hit. We also ate shit on Princeton. I don't think I locked it last night, but I went in on it today. Fucking Dartmouth wins by 15 against Princeton.
What the fuck, man? Like Dartmouth, where's that game? This might be the most stunning result of the day.
Yeah. Idaho State buried Sac State. I did go in on this Omaha team, Bienick. I circle of trust here. Cashed on that, but hey, 8-point win for these Coyotes, or for these Mavericks against the Coyotes. They're back hitting the trash can.
Now, Colby, today I thought was the lamest one of their trash can.
I didn't see it.
They brought in 2 AEW professional wrestlers to do it. So,
they clinched the regular season title, right?
I mean,
really?
I follow them.
Yeah, well, they clinched a share. They have one game left against Oral Roberts at home If they win that game, they win it outright. If not, it could be a tie. But I mean, this is incredible.
They were in the locker room dancing with a plaque, so might not be the worst idea to fade them next game. But
how about Markel Sutton?
Hell of a run. Yeah, he's their dude.
36-12.
Yeah, every game.
Dude, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Like looking at schedules like this to see one game left in the regular season. It's
like a son leaving.
I know.
A daughter leaving for college. No.
Like goddamn, Omaha's magical year only has one game left. That's crazy. One game. Conference tournament start 9 days or 8 days from now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Dude, I know we hit that rough stretch, but I went in on Omaha just because I had a shit ton of money, and I got super fucking hot right here. I mean, we both had South Carolina money line. They got it done against Texas by 15. Shout out to Lamont Paris and the Gamecocks.
The easiest play of the day, to be honest. Looking back on it.
Yeah, we also
tip.
Yeah. We also, or I don't know what if you bet this or not. This is one I added to the card, but Southern Indiana, 82, SIU 68, senior night. Screaming Eagles, get it done. I went in on this shit.
I was on that South Carolina play with you guys too. That was a triple block.
Sorry. And then we had a battle. And I watched this entire game with the fucking audio on because I love this rivalry. For a second, I thought we might blow a 9-point lead with a minute and a half left. I really thought, what's that?
That place was rocking.
That place was awesome. Dude, I thought you were going to get it to overtime, and I thought the crowd would win you that game. When it was down to 2, I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But lock battle win for me as the Montana Grizzlies stay red hot and win the Brawl of the Wild. Sweep Montana State. Your thoughts?
Fun game. Montana was a better team. But Montana State fought all the way back. Just couldn't get it tied up and get it to overtime. Just a fun-ass game.
Was. College basketball done right. But yeah, you're probably right. Put that on national landscape.
Friday night game.
Put that on CBS Sports.
Put it Sunday night at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, prime time. People will fall in love with that game.
I agree. I'm glad I talked you into this one. Double lock on Loyola Marymount. Won by 11 against Pepperdine. Then UC Irvine took care of Bakersfield. I didn't bet this. I almost pulled the trigger on Irvine too. Shout out to Clark. I know he bet the Anteaters. Did you bet this game?
I bet Bakersfield, man. They were up at half and they choked. They fell apart in the second half.
Yeah. Then we lose on Arizona. Both of us locked up Arizona. I don't have a problem with me losing the money here. I have a problem with that fucking horrible call. Now, we would have lost regardless.
God, what a joke.
So it has nothing to do with me betting on Arizona. That is a terrible call, and that ref should be suspended for a fucking game. How do you call that? First off, it was a late whistle. Late whistle. And second of all, there was no foul.
Not even close.
But if you're Brett Yormark, you're happy because I think you just got another Big 12 team in the tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they were going to be there anyway, but yeah, I mean, that was an atrocious call. It was
late too, man.
That was by far the worst call of the day at that moment. I mean, not even close to being a foul. He's showing his hands, and it's a complete flop on BYU. I can't believe they got that call in the McHale Center. Yeah. I cannot believe they got that call. That was a fucking joke. Anybody that thinks that actually was a foul is a fucking moron.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not foul. Yeah. Absolutely terrible call.
Good win, BYU. I mean, they I guess they put the refs in the position. BYU is a good flop team. They're good at flopping. You said that early in the year.
Yeah. I kind of hate him in a way, but
Brandon, I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to troll, but if you think that's a foul, like you need to reevaluate basketball. That
is not a foul.
It's not a foul.
It's not a foul. Yeah.
I mean, this isn't tiddlywinks, bro.
Dude, I honestly like. I'm not an Arizona fan by any means, and I was gonna lose the bet regardless. So it has nothing to do with the bet. That's just a horrible call. It's just a horrible call. Like
we watched it 6 times, bro. That's not.
It was a late whistle too. That shit was late. Yeah,
he fucking flopped. Like,
yeah.
You're smoking fucking some shit over there. Bad takes tonight from you, pal. Bad.
We did double lock Cal, and they covered against Stanford. Had this thing tied up at 61, or no, down 1, I think. 40 seconds left. Almost won outright. I did sprinkle the money line. Lost on that. Then we ate shit with UNLV. What was that? That job's gonna be open. Get that fucking job open right now. Why am I playing the music? We lost on that. But I want us to talk a long time about this next game. UC San Diego won by 40.
Bro, they're a wagon. They destroy everybody.
I mean, where are they at in the net now, Bienick? I mean, I talked about we should have bet this. We should have bet this. They're fucking these teams up, man.
I know. They're ahead of UConn on Ken Palm.
I'd love to know.
Better team than UConn and Arkansas and Ken Palm. I saw that. I started laughing my ass off because it's true. They are better than UConn. UC San Diego.
I'll tell you this: they're a dangerous team for the tournament if they get in this thing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know where they're at after Hawaii, post Hawaii game, but going into it, they were 37th.
And they just won by 40 against a team with a winning record. I know Hawaii's Hawaii. It's not a great team. Yeah.
Dude, they won in Logan. Like
that win got better tonight too. Yeah.
They won by 20 in Irvine. Like they beat James Madison by like 40.
Yeah, they are fucking teams up right now, man.
Yeah.
Very impressive stuff.
When you go off of like just their resume stats, it's not strong, and they do have a quad 4 loss. They need to continue doing damage like they are right now, and kind of stay just off the bubble. Like they're good. They're 37th, probably going to go into the low 30s after tonight's win, which probably puts them in that 9-10 seed range, I would say. Just completely spitballing, not looking at any other resumes. Another loss would kind of get them into really frisky area where some other resumes might be clean and theirs is not. So
their remaining schedule, they're like must watch for me. They're like at Northridge is dangerous on Thursday. That's dangerous. Then they're home to Fullerton. They're going to win by 1,000. Home to Long Beach State. They'll win by 1,000. At UC Davis, maybe. I think that Northridge game's the one. Man, they're fun to watch. I had that game on some. Game balls. Let's get to it. Top game ball, Mac. Where are you going?
I'll go Arkansas. I mean, everybody was blowing Missouri coming in this game, and old John Calipari's got these guys back on the right side of the bubble. Let's go.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, that's got to be one. I will go with the Oregon Ducks down. What 17 was it with the 6-7 minutes left? Maybe I don't know something. Yeah, might have been 10 minutes. I don't remember, but yeah, they deserve a game ball for pulling that game out their fucking ass. Next up,
I'll go St. Mary's, man. Fucking.
We should get 5, by the way.
Sweep Gonzaga, win the WCC for the first time back-to-back years ever during the Mark Few era. This unbelievable year. I mean, remember the Gales lost everybody in the portal and just fucking reloaded. Unbelievable year.
Yeah, I'm with you. Speaking of sweep, Utah State gets it done against San Diego State. Game ball. I think it's the first time they swept them in a long time, and believe it or not, so with New Mexico losing the other night,
the problem is they got swept by New Mexico.
But the New Mexico's remaining schedule, I think, is a little harder than Utah State's got to go to Boise. After that, they're at Colorado State and home to Air Force. Only 3 games. New Mexico is at San Diego State, home to Air Force, at Nevada, home to UNLV. I think those are, 3 out of the 4 are losable games.
They'll probably go 3-1 and they'll push or they'll share it, but New Mexico will be the 1 seed. Jared Calhoun, 24-4, year 1.
Unbelievable. Can't wait for that Boise game. Where are you going next?
Mark Byington and Vanderbilt.
I almost gave that. Yeah, good. Love that one.
Dude, he's going to get Vandy to the fucking dance in year 1. I mean, dude, this is incredible. Some of these first-year head coaches, Byington, Kelsey, Dusty May, DeVries at West Virginia. I mean, God, imagine if you could have fucking had a couple guys healthy. I mean, these first-year head coaches are doing an unbelievable job flipping programs.
All of them are mid-major hires. Take notes, everybody.
Yep. I will go. What is the best game ball left for me? There's a bunch, but all right. It's going to be off the beaten path. Colorado Buffaloes. What the hell was this? You beat UConn and Baylor, but you can't beat anybody else.
Yeah.
I didn't have this on the card. I knew the line stunk. How Vegas had this on the fucking that line is beyond me. But yeah, I think they deserve a game ball, man. Huge win. Where are you going?
I'll start shouting out some of these mid majors that won their leagues. Towson winning the CAA, 2nd time in 4 years. Wilmington's been really good in that time. Charleston's been really good in that time. They've won the regular season 2 out of 4. Packed scary, baby. TCE coaches tour. It's a champion there.
There we go. I'll go with Tennessee Volunteers. I didn't think you'd be able to win that game in College Station. I really didn't. I felt pretty damn good about that play. You got it done by 8. Nice win. Yeah, I didn't. I was kind of baffled by that. I felt very strongly about A&M winning that game. Next.
Is this the final one?
Yeah. For you and then me, yeah.
I know they were favored, but I'll go McNeese. Winning back-to-back Southland championships. Will Wade, baby. It might be in it down there in Lake Charles, but he's left his legacy there. Back-to-back Southland champs. We'll see if they can finish the job next in a couple weeks here.
I like it. It is the Brawl of the Wild, and Montana swept Montana State. Give me a game ball for the Grizz against Montana State, getting it done on the road. Let's go.
Honorable mention, Omaha, getting it done in the Summit.
Hell yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I'll throw in Presbyterian too in there. But folks, before we get to tomorrow's slides, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet every sport. Plus, there's props for every game, and a live dealer casino is a bundle of fun. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. You can easily deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip to get your beak wet. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, they got everything. College hoops, NBA, NHL, whatever sport you could think of. You can cash in with big over at Underdog Fantasy. So sign up, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are finally here, and the system is loading. Colgate is laying 4.5 points in Baltimore. And I am laying 4.5 points in Baltimore. Lock up Colgate. You with me?
Yes, I was curious, like, what is the standings right now in the Patriot League?
Colgate's in 4th, I believe.
They're in 4th. So what are they? How many are they back of American? I don't think they're going to catch him, but I'm with you. I'll lay it with Colgate.
They play AU though. They play him one more time, I believe.
Yeah, let's go. Let's ride. Colgate, system play. Don't doubt.
Double lock on these Colgate Raiders. Next up, we already locked this up, but in case you're just tuning in, we are double locking St. John's, laying 3.5. Triple lock. I'm sorry, triple locking the Johnnies minus 3.5 against UConn.
We'll take the best coach of the game. The sweep.
Yeah. Redo the recap or redo the handicap for the trims people.
Well, I was on the SGP show and we had that number at, I think we had it at 7 or 7.5. I know your cocktail napkin had it at 8.5, Bienick, but when I saw it was 3.5, I just think St. John's a far superior team this year. Interested to see what the crowd turnout will be because UConn does pack a punch at the Garden normally. But yeah, I just think the Johnnies, they went up there and won. Now at home, they have this one circled. I think
Liam
they win
Duggan's
by,
still here.
I think they win by 5 or 6. Shout out to Liam. He's still here. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's probably because you placed that wager, right? Exactly. Shop around though. Shop around. I see some other stuff out there.
It's not a good matchup for UConn. St. John's more physical, older, tougher, and Pitino's a better coach than Hurley. I know Hurley's won back-to-back national championships, but I trust Pitino making the adjustments. First time they actually were on level playing fields with talent. Pitino outcoached Hurley in Stores. They could get him again at the Garden. I love the Johnnies tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah, and nowadays too with these home games, you can actually keep opposing fans out via zip code or fan code.
What do you think that fan turnout is? I'm fascinated by that.
Well, that's what I was getting to is like they can. I don't know what the correct term is, firewall, barricade, whatever, but like code it. And when you release the tickets, St. John's fans get first opportunity to buy. And I think that's kind of had to have been the case here. There's no way St. John's didn't attempt to do something like that. So I'm thinking it's at least going to be 65-35, 70-30. And I think that's enough because I do think St. John's is the better team this year. I thought it would be a little bit more intriguing if UConn had a little bit more life, but we saw them, jump out early, gave St. John's a big punch in the mouth. First 10 minutes of the last game they played in Stores, and it still didn't matter. So I like the Johnnies at home.
If your handicap is that UConn is going to have more fans than the Johnnies, you're in for a rude awakening tomorrow. They're not going to have more fans than the Johnnies. The Johnnies have been selling out every game without UConn in the building already. It's going to be like 75-25. The Johnnies, New York City is all fucking in on the Johnnies right now.
They're front runners.
Yes, totally. It's like when the Knicks were good for the first time in like 20 years last year. Dude, they're all fucking in. This is not going to be a UConn takeover tomorrow. That's a fucking lock tomorrow.
Shout out to Danny Daniels. No, my swag parlay did not hit, man, but it was close. The round robin was very, very close. Half a point off. Next week we're getting them.
Sorry, J Mac.
Let's go to the other side of this.
Back, baby. UConn's fucking going down tomorrow, J Mac. Sweep.
I can't wait for the game. North Texas is in Tampa, Florida. Take it all. South Florida. What's with this line? What is with this line? North Texas laying 4.5. Did we dive into the stink here? South Florida beat them last time they played, but that was that was a year ago with a totally different roster and different head coach, obviously. It stinks.
Yeah.
I think we dive into the stink, right? South Florida just won.
Hey, Mac, also cannabis capper trying to remind you, careful. J Mac is 6'4", 255 pounds.
Like all those Guidos in fucking Connecticut. I kind of like South Florida, man.
What's the logic here? Just North Texas doesn't score.
Yeah, the line stinks. I mean, North Florida, when they hit the road, they kind of struggle. They beat Rice by 6. They lost to UAB. They beat Wichita by 4.
What?
This is too easy. This is South Florida's fault.
How many games back is North Texas from Memphis?
I think 1.
They played though. They didn't play, right? They didn't play.
They played in Memphis.
There's no return game either.
Oh man, I'm gonna stay away. You're locking this?
I'm locking South Florida. Line says so.
Moneyline Mac, locking up the South Florida Bowls.
11 a.m. tip for these old mean green guys.
Next up, Army is at Bucknell and Lewisburg. What is this number? 6.5. Army won by 6 on February 8th.
Double overtime game.
Oh my gosh. Like the number's so off that I almost feel like we should lock Bucknell, but then part of me is like, no way. This is the fucking Patriot League.
Do you want to know the cocktail napkin number?
Yeah.
8.5. So computers might be a little bit higher on the Bison, a little bit lower on the military men.
Bucknell's a wagon, man.
Personally, I'm rooting for Bucknell because I have futures on Bucknell and American. If they can get Army out of this race, I am golden.
Army currently in second place. Bucknell currently in third.
I'm locking Bucknell on the revenge. I love Army, but Bucknell's a better team. They're playing really good basketball. Winners of 6 out of 7. Their only loss at Army, a game they gave away. I think they win by double digits. They've been rolling, man. They make shots.
I'm going to take Army in the points, but no bet. Moneyline Mac, locking up the Bucknell Bison. Next up, we got the Ooey Pooey Metros going to Highland Heights, Kentucky. Take on the Norse. Getting 9.5 points. Northern Kentucky's off a rivalry win. I will lock up IUPUI plus 9.5. What are you doing here?
I think I like it. I think I like Indy, but I think I may stay away from a bet. What did they do the first time? I'm trying to remember.
Northern Kentucky won by 2.
Give me Indy, no bet.
All right, moving along. Merrimack is at Iona. Iona is laying 1.5.
Tobin, we're coming for you. Your daddy.
Take Iona, right?
Merrimack owns Tobin. Lock it up.
That was too personal.
They own him.
Battle.
I'll bet it. Yeah. Give me Iona. Why are they favored?
Wrong team favored. That's the what.
No,
we got a battle. Dundee, Mac with the Gales beating the Warriors.
This is the only time they play this year. Circled it. Let's go. Warriors.
There we go. Come out to play.
Matt Painter wishes that he got to draw fucking Merrimack instead of Fair Dick.
Yeah.
This game is hilarious. Think of Matt Painter.
Oh yeah. Purdue laying 3.5 in Bloomington. Crimson and Gold Cup. This game's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
The first one was awesome. Indiana probably should have won that game. They didn't, which is why I'm taking Purdue minus 3.5 points. Lock it up. I'm Benedicting because this number is way off from the number we had on SGP. What are you doing here?
It fucking reeks, but I like to fade Indiana when they're at Assembly Hall. I like to take them on the road. I like the spot for Purdue. Losers of 3 in a row here. Indiana had their shot. Purdue blows them out, I think, tomorrow.
Double lock on these Boilermakers. Bienick?
All aboard.
It's shocker. Shocker. You know he wasn't going to take Mike Woodson in a short number against Purdue.
No.
What a devil. I'm going to take Purdue there.
Triple lock on the Boilermakers.
This is a square-ass pick. I hope it comes through.
Next up, UMKC's heading to Brookings. Well, I will lock up South Dakota State -9.5 because they don't lose much there. After a tough loss to the Bison, I'm laying that. I think they win by 15. What you doing here?
Yeah, bounce back, final home game. They drill them. Let's go. South Dakota State all day.
Double lock on these Jackrabbits. This is a awesome game between two of the top 3 teams in the horizon. Milwaukee and Moon Township, Pennsylvania, taking on Bob Morris. Robert Morris laid 1.5. I mean, they've won 9 of their last 10 games. Is Bob Morris? Give me Milwaukee to win this. I can be talked into a bet.
You know what's crazy? They played 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and Milwaukee was laying 10 at their place and lost outright. Milwaukee outright revenge angle. They sweep this road trip. Give me the Panthers.
Double lock on these Panthers. Next up, we are going to Wichita, where Tulane is catching 4.5 in Wichita. I am going to bet Wichita minus the points. It is a tough turnaround, but
this is a stinky line, man.
Yeah, Tulane beat them by 10 last time they played, right?
That was last year, though.
Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah. I mean, Tulane's played really good though. They've won 7 of their last 10. I'm going in. Give me Wichita minus the points. What are you doing here?
I think the dogs are barking tomorrow. Give me Tulane. I'll block battle you.
Bienick, are you on this card?
The American dogs, that is.
No, I liked the total, but I'm not gonna give it out. I've had second thoughts. I'm not gonna pull the trigger here.
We got a battle at Wichita. Dundee on the Shockers. Mac on the Wave. And Elron Hunter. Battlefield Earth. All right. Next up, we are going to Newark, where Seton Hall is catching 9.5 fucking points. Stop it. You get Xavier.
Oh boy. This is a Xavier letdown.
I'm taking the 9.5 in Seton Hall. It's probably chalky. I don't give a fuck. What are you doing here?
You said you're taking Seton Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join you. Double lock.
Double lock on these Pirates. And next up, we got Canisius at Siena. Siena's laying 12.5. I just got to take the points. Give me the points. No bet.
All right. Let's dive into this one. Siena just won by 50 the other night. Now they're laying fucking 13. Siena?
Canisius just covered too, right? We should take Canisius, right?
First game, 13-point game. Yeah, I'll lock up Canisius.
I'll join you.
Come on, let's go.
Double lock on Canisius.
Upstate New York.
Let's go. Jerry Davis says, should we wait on Seton Hall? You think you can get it at 11?
No. It actually opened at 9.5 down to 8.5.
Yeah. Well, I still see a 9.5 out there right now.
So yeah, let's lock it 9.5.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's going to get to 11. I mean, I think Seton Hall's the right side. I think they're going to show some fight at home again. They seem to be showing fight at home, not on the road, though.
Next, we're going to Memphis. They played in the NCAA tournament, the Beach, and the Tigers a few years back. Memphis laying 8.5 points, and I have a lock for you here. I don't think Florida Atlantic's any good. I will lay the 8.5 with Memphis.
Oh, I'm battling you. FAU just dropped a home game as a big favorite. Foxhole spot. Memphis always faded as a big favorite for me.
We got a battle. Dundee on the Tigers. Shout out to the great Charles Walker. Mac on FAU.
I'm not playing this, just offering insight. Memphis went to Boca and won by 28 earlier this year.
I should say this is the produce. Mac, you are on the producers play.
You like FAU?
Well, today when I was on the show, they loved FAU. Well, they as in one person. He loved FAU. Yeah.
It's got to be producers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't talk about tomorrow's games besides this one. On St. John's, but next up, we are going to Poughkeepsie. Niagara is getting 8.5 against Marist. Should we take the points?
Dude,
of course, we should take the points. Lock Niagara plus 8.5.
Absolutely. Fade the first place team in this league.
Double lock. Next up, Temple is in Birmingham, Alabama, taking on these fire breathing dragons. UAB.
This could be a rigged game.
Yeah, I mean, UAB is another one that I feel like they might want to investigate. Give me Temple. I don't know. No bet.
What? This is like the one I do not feel the best about. What they do the first game? They haven't played.
Jamal Mashburn Jr. is a game time decision. Same with Jameel Brown. Yeah.
Shocker.
Two guys. Stay away.
Yeah. I don't want any part of this game. Give me Temple, no bet.
Yeah.
I don't like. They're impossible to predict.
Green Bay is catching 13.5 at the Icebox, taking on Youngstown State. The flightless birds, as Bienick says. I'm just going to continue to take these points.
Hilarious.
No bet, because I feel like Youngstown losing, they might put it on them.
The first game, Green Bay almost got them. Remember that game?
I do.
They were leading the whole game.
Yeah.
I like Youngstown to bounce back, but I'll lay it, no bet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
Quinnipiac, the Aqueduct is in the Bronx, taking on the Manhattan Jaspers. This is at 5.5, by the way. I think I wrote it down wrong. I'm seeing 5.5 right now. Give me Manhattan in the points. I think they're live on the money line, actually. Should we bet Manhattan?
Yes, we should. Yeah. Manhattan's been feisty as a dog all year. They're off a loss at Iona. Played well. Just came up short. Manhattan.
Double lock on the Jaspers. Next up, Ryder is at the Mount. The Mount is laying 6.5.
I feel like we should bet Ryder.
Yeah, they beat him. They beat him the first matchup. I'll take the points. You want to bet? You want to bet it?
I'm gonna bet Ryder. I'm gonna take him off the bounce back, getting embarrassed at home by 20.
All right. I'll join.
In the road here.
Give me the Ryder Broncos plus 6.5. And next up, UTSA is heading into ECU, Greenville, North Carolina.
One game.
I mean, I got to take the points. When Short's a 7.5 point favorite, I don't trust that shit ever. No bet.
I'll lock you UTSA. This was a fun ass game. The first game, I think this will be another fun game. Yeah, give me UTSA. ECU wins by 3.
Money line mag, lock it up. UTSA. Next up we go to Annapolis, where fucking Holy Cross is getting 5.5. Holy Cross won by 11 in the first matchup. Revenge? I can't do it. Give me the points. No bet.
I'll lay it. No bet.
Next up, fucking Sacred Heart is in Jersey City taking on St. Peter's. The Peacocks. We ate shit with them the other night. I think we should go back to the well.
I agree. Let's go.
Double lock on the Peacocks, laying 1.5. Next up, Cleveland State is in Phoenix neck of the woods, taking on the Oakland Pioneers. Oakland laying 2.5.
It's a huge game, man.
Surprise, the line's a little short. Give me Oakland plus the points. No bet.
Like Mac mentioned, this is for that final bye in the Horizon League tournament.
Wait, you were surprised Oakland was favored?
Yes. The team in first place is on the road.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Should we bet Oakland then?
I think so. The first matchup, Cleveland State got away from them, blew them out. Campy, we're getting off a Friday night loss, coming back home. I think this is the final home game of the season.
Yeah,
I think
you're
Oakland
right.
gets all over Oakland.
Double lock on these Grizz.
That first Cleveland State matchup was the game after they got manhandled by Michigan State.
Yeah.
Just a very physical game there. I know Cleveland State has been one of the better teams in the Horizon League, but I have a feeling Campy and the Golden Grizzlies have something to say as the defending champs in this league.
This is Campy time, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I think they're gonna come out gunning. Like Max said, senior night, last home game. Plus, they're playing for a first round bye. Give me the Golden Grizz.
Let's go.
Is that a lock for you, buddy? A triple lock? We're going. There we go.
Sir.
Where the hell's my music? Triple lock on the Golden Grizz. Ohio State is in Westwood, California, taking on UCLA. UCLA is laying 6.5. I am going to lay it. I could be talking to a wager, I guess, but seems a little light, right?
Feels like everybody's gonna be on UCLA.
Yeah. I'm gonna lay it. No bet.
I'm taking. I gotta get back to my roots here. I am taking Diebler as a dog, and I'm fading him as a favorite. I don't know why I got cute the other night, taking him as a fucking 10-point favorite, lose by 20. Ohio State, lock it up. He's good as a dog, man. Ohio State's live in this game.
Moneyline Mag locking up the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
Best game at the end of the day, too.
Oh, this game is heat.
This is the best game of the fucking weekend. This game's awesome.
I mean, dude, it actually kind of times out like perfectly. If you only have one fucking TV,
yeah.
Actually, no, it doesn't because Purdue, Indiana's at 1:30. I thought it was later. I thought you could go UConn, St. John's into Purdue, Indiana, into Drake, Northern Iowa, but you can't. Drake's laying 1.5. It's a rivalry game, folks. Drake's in first place. Northern Iowa's in second, and I am taking Northern Iowa to get revenge because Drake got in the first game, correct? Yeah, by 14.
By 14.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I do believe Drake is the better team. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna reverse that. Give me Drake. Sweep. What are you doing here?
This game's for all the marbles. I'm taking Northern Iowa. Experience, Ben Jacobson. I think they won the game outright. Let's go. Lock it up. We're battling.
Let's battle. I want to have action on this game.
Let's go.
I don't. Conviction wise, I'm not. It's not a strong play. I want to watch this game, start to finish. So let's do battle. Dundee or Drake, Mac on Northern Iowa. All right, next up. Georgetown's in Omaha, catching 11.5 points. Creighton, remember off that loss to the Johnnies. I am going to lay it because Georgetown's off an emotional game against a rival. Also, this is that strange fucked up road trip. I'm going to lay it, and you can talk me into a lock here.
Yeah, they're going to blow them out.
Yeah.
Georgetown off that game, and then
Georgetown blew them out too.
Yeah, Creighton's had a week to get healthy too. I think Creighton puts it on them.
Yeah, this might be actually one of the best plays of the day. The more I think about it, Creighton minus 11.5. Hop on in the mix. Bienick.
Speaking of health, do we know Sorver's playing? Did we talk about that?
Line says he's not.
Clark says he's not either.
Yeah, I mean that line kind of says that he's not.
And we're assuming Kalk's healthy, right? Because he got hurt last game, but
I'm not seeing him on the report. Caleb Williams for Georgetown's out, or a game time decision, I should say.
Yeah. Granted, everything that we know that Kalk is going to play and Sorber's not. I'm kind of with you guys. I'll take the Blue Jays. Let's lock it up.
Triple lock. Where the hell is there we go? Creighton minus the points. Triple lock. All right. Arizona State's heading to Manhattan. Kansas take on K-State. K-State laying 6.5. I will lock up Kansas State. Minus the points. Lock. Back-to-back losses. I know Arizona State's lost 6 straight. What are you doing here?
We saw how the other Kansas team responded off the Utah beatdown. K-State wins by 15 plus. Let's go.
Double lock. Next up, the very Golden Knights are back in Florida.
Wow, this slide is very gold.
Very Golden Knights of UCF in Orlando, Florida. The very Golden Knights are laying 2.5 against Utah. I'm locking up UCF minus 2.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
UCF's lost 7 in a row. Hilarious. They were 4-4. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a smash spot. Getting Utah off back-to-back wins as an underdog at home. Let's go. UCF.
Double lock on these Golden Knights. And the final play on the board, USC heading to Piscataway.
This game is so stupid.
This is a great Big Ten game, right?
Big Ten is so
fucking Bienick. I'm locking up USC because Rutgers is the road team. They're coming back from Washington.
Exactly.
Lock. USC. Double lock. Your thoughts?
I'm with you. I like the Trojans here. We're getting Rutgers off of a overtime game the other night too. Short turn. USC stayed out there. And actually, USC didn't look that bad the other night. Game got away late. So, yeah, I'm all over USC.
Yeah, and that's our slate right there. Top plays of the night. 4, 5. Let's go 5.
Whatever you want to do.
It's the fucking weekend.
Lead the way.
Well, my favorite plays kind of all run with what we just talked about. I think I just talked myself into Georgetown Creighton probably being my favorite play on the board. But I also like UCF minus the points against Utah. I like USC against Rutgers. Those are 3 of the 5 right there. For number 4, it is St. John's. At number 5, it will be the likes of South Dakota State minus the points against UMKC. Mac Fire.
I have the Johnny circled. I have Purdue circled in the rivalry game. I had Creighton circled as well. I'm with you on that one. I love K-State in that game. And then my final one, give me the Buckeyes.
There we go. Bienick, fire.
I don't really have a favorite play, so I'll give them in chronological order. St. John's, Merrimack, Purdue, Oakland, Creighton.
There we go. Folks, give Noah Bienick a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE_SGPN. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, see you in Vegas. Stadium swim at the Circa. The Wednesday for the play-in game or the play-in games, the first 4. Make sure you hit up that party. Also check out the College Baseball Experience. We cashed today. Check it out. Also, the College Football Experience. Breaking down schedules. Going to be talking more ACC teams this week. Florida State, Virginia Tech. Check out those episodes. North Carolina's already out. Breaking down that schedule. Talking about Belichick. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast as well. And appreciate the chat. Fire day. A lot of money this weekend. We're having a great time. Enjoy life. Love all you fucks, even the haters. Till next time. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah.
Tricks the body, thinks the body's crazy. Yeah.
Rockin' at first was hell without vodka. I pop up in spots, they screaming, new clockwork. I'm dilated, but fuck off, I ain't doing it. Before weathermen dropped, they thought I might have ruined it. Elusive, I just deny rumors. Smile and give punchlines with dry humor. See what the future brings. In 03, I got on MTV. Time is bug, that's the message I'm sending them. Sign with Slug and survive beef with Eminem. I mention different events in my sentences. It's dangerous to reminisce or remember it. And still it's evidence, check 1, 2, 1, 2. Less punches and spit what I've been through. I stayed here, got booed, but kept rapping. The same year got sued by Kurt Knappman. Just ahead of my time. I know I'm out of my mind.